All right. So I wanted to leave you guys up on the map so that way you can see a little bit better, um, or get a better idea of where you want to go next. We're gonna pick it up from when the cookout is just finishing at Zinfil Amber Brand's house in Neverwinter. But yes, that's right. That is the rough location of the old tower. Let me show you guys that map that was in punctuation. All right, so here's the actual map. So if your plan was to go through the forest, or whether or not you wanted to take the high road and then the Triboar Trail, and then at some point get off the trail to find the tower itself, that's totally possible. And somebody mentioned using the teleportation tower. I just wanted to point out the teleportation tower actually doesn't go to Triboar.
Oh, it's where
Yeah. It does go, however, to
Yartar?
Yartar.
No, that's probably what it was then. Yeah, screw that.
Yeah, no, thank you. We have to go to Trevor to meet up with one of our friends
Abelas.
anyway.
Oh.
Woohoo!
Yartar is the ab
No, Yartar is where the Aboleth is. Tribor is
Oh.
where
is possible.
we're meeting up with
Oh, yes.
Act.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think we might have quests in Tribor too, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we do.
There you go.
Yeah, I believe you do. All right, so let's switch you over to the Neverwinter map at the moment. Okay, good. So as I said, you just finished having a cookout. Everybody's going to bed. Is there anything that anybody is doing before they bed down for the night?
Going to Pet Winter.
All right. Well, he's kind of hanging out in the backyard at this point. He's just grazing on grass, and he looks pretty sleepy as well. And they kind of have like a shed that they've cleaned out so that Winter can, sleep inside away from the elements.
Aw, how thoughtful.
I'm gonna do one thing before. I want to check out Zinfel's father.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I want to use. I want to
He'll
use.
suck that into you. It's wife's right there.
I want to use my Know Your Enemy ability, which allows me to check on some of his stats. I used this before.
That's right.
So I want to see if his strength is equal, superior, or inferior to my strength. And let's do con too. So as his constitution.
Yeah, sure. So you just want to know his strengths, essentially, if it's better or worse.
To
his
mine,
strength
or
and
the
his
same.
constitution. What's your strength?
16, and constitution is also 16.
Okay. All right. So you're kind of studying him as everybody's saying goodbye. His brother and I think Thornbear are helping him up out of the chair. Because, like I said, both of his legs are broken, and he's kind of he can't even really use crutches because with both your legs broken, it's kind of really hard to do that. But they have their arms, hoisting him up under his armpits, and as you're looking at him, as they're pulling him out of the chair, and I think your ability only takes about a minute or so, right?
Yeah.
You can tell that Ivaro's strength is lower than yours, but his constitution is higher than yours.
Huh. Okay. I don't know why I did that, but whatever.
All right.
Interesting.
Beat up a guy with no legs.
No.
Yep. So, and just to remind everybody, that's what Ivaro looks like. All right, so do we have everybody here? I haven't heard Urk yet.
He's there, but his mic is having issues.
Oh, because I kind of hear
I
like
hear-
a vague
I
buzz
hear-
in the background.
Yeah, I hear that too.
Buzz.
Maybe it's a bee.
It's a bee.
Alright.
Well, that's coming from you guys, not me.
Oh,
Hey, there he is.
still make it
Yeah,
buzz.
I've been here the whole time listening to the stories.
Stories. All right. Well, unfortunately, I'm not sure what to do about that. But in the meantime, I'll just try to ignore it. So, is anybody else doing anything else? Okay. So,
Go to
you
my room.
go up to your room and you sulk.
No, your mom was gonna scold you.
That's right.
I'll just go to my room.
So, Zinfel, you go back to your old room. It's kind of like surreal being back here, after a little while on the road. I mean, you got so used to, being either at school or at home that now that you've had a taste of the adventuring life and coming back to, where you spent so many of your, younger and teenage years. Being back here, it just seems like so yesterday. It seems like such like a far off, distant phase of your life that you're so far beyond now, considering you've had a taste of what it's like, to exist out on your own, roughing it per se as an adventurer. And as you're kind of settling in, pulling on your old PJs, fluffing up your old pillows, moving those stuffed animals out of the way, or whatever the case is on your bed, you hear like a gentle knock on your door. And then
Anyone but mother, come in.
So actually, no, you hear a voice say, well, it is your mother, so I think you should let me in.
Oh, darn. Just kidding. Open up the door quickly.
So she's kind of standing there, and she's got like a little bit of like a cross look on her face, but there's some gentleness behind her eyes, and she says, I just want to make sure you're okay. She says, I know that you're off to leave again tomorrow, and I don't want to leave with you. I don't want you to go mad at me. She kind of has this look on her face like she's expecting you to like let her in the door.
I let her in.
She takes you by the hand and she kind of sits you on your bed, and she's seated next to you with like her hand on your lap, and she says, I know your father wants you to follow in his footsteps. It's just that I had different dreams for you. I didn't think you'd be such a natural at this. And I see that you've made friends that care for you. I just, I don't know what to say, Zinfel. I just want you to be careful out there. And whatever drugs you may be taking, please don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not a frequent druggie. It was literally just last night that I tried it, but I'm trying to resist.
It's okay to try it. God knows I have. And don't ever tell your father that. But it's just that The wrong kind of drugs can be very addictive, and I don't want to see you go down that path. Especially considering you have so much of your life ahead of you, and you're sort of putting your fate into the hands of strangers. Yeah, you may begin to know them better, but it's just that with the wrong kind of people around, that kind of mentality might lead you astray too, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes, Mother. I do.
Good. She says, I'd like you to at least write to me. At least let me know that you're still living. What town are you going to next?
We're going to Tribor, or we're heading to Tribor on our way to Yartar. Although we're stopping at an old tower along the way.
Okay, just be careful. I mean, obviously, you know what happened to your father.
I will keep in contact. Don't you worry. I mean, I want you to worry, because I know that's what you do. But I'll be alright.
Good. She at this point you notice that she's kind of got like a little like a satchel on her, and she kind of takes it off, and she pulls out what looks like a sheaf of papers stuffed into an envelope, along with a quill and some ink. She says, I want you to take this and write me on it then. She says, this is sort of special paper. But at least I know that if you write it with your own hands, it'll be really coming from you.
Oh, certainly.
And she gives you the whole thing, the whole bundle.
How is it special?
She says, let's just say it's a little bit of magic.
Magic?
Uncle Barazan was kind enough to place an enchantment or two on it.
Oh.
She says, it won't get wet. The ink won't ever dry. I mean, it won't ever run. Things like that.
All right. Then I will write you. Whenever I stop in a town, I will stop to write you.
Good. All right. Well, enjoy your rest. I'll have some breakfast ready for everyone in the morning. And we'll get you some stuff for the road as well.
Thanks, Mom.
She kisses your forehead and strokes your hair. She says, and
Give her a big hug.
Don't say goodbye without saying goodbye to everyone else either.
Of course not.
Especially your little brother.
You've taught me well, Mother.
She nods. She says, I love you.
I love you very much.
And, you can kind of see she's a little bit teary-eyed. She gets up and then she lingers at the door for a moment, giving you a warm smile, and then she closes it behind her.
Yes, not punished.
All right, anyone else? Going
Where
once?
are we sleeping with? We have to partner up, right? I think that's what you said last time. I don't remember.
Yep, that's right. So you and Thornbur are sharing a room, and Zorana's got her own room, and Emin also has his own room.
Kareem, you just hear me quietly praying for
Actually,
a
yeah,
long time, much longer than you would expect. I'm praying.
I'm gonna say that Zorana actually was partnered up with Zinfel, but she was outside petting Winter, and Emin's actually in Zorana's brother's room, the older one.
Okay.
Because that makes more sense. They wouldn't have like a bunch of guest rooms.
Okay. Thornbar, who are you praying to?
Well, Ilmater, of course.
Right. Of course.
I like kind of point to the holy symbol. Come on, man.
I don't really know your god.
Oh, he's great. If you ever have any sufferings of any kind, come to me, come to him. We'll take care of you.
Really?
Oh yeah. That's what I'm here for.
What is your suffering?
Oh well. Don't worry about mine too much. I try and help others as much as I can. I don't like to worry about myself too much.
Maybe I should pray to him too.
Please, I can show you how. I pull out a whip.
Don't worry, Thornbar, I have my own.
Oh man.
I guess I pray to the same god. I don't know how. I'll just listen to whatever Thornbar says.
Yeah, you just, you know, I don't really know what to tell you, to be honest. I have a spiritual guide who I can hear and speak to. Did you meet her when she came and blessed my sword?
I heard about it. I wasn't there.
She's
I
actually
was
in the
looking.
room right now.
Yeah, I mean, she is sitting right here.
She's actually looking right at.
I was just talking to her.
Wait, can I see her?
No, you cannot see her.
Okay.
So
And you
just
can
kinda
tell
kidding.
that like Thornbur's kind of like looking like right off center from you at something in the air next to you.
I just kind of give him like this weird look, like, what are you talking about? Are you crazy?
Yeah, it's a weird thing, you know. I think most people just hope that their prayers are heard. I mean, I'm actually speaking to someone. I assume other people just kind of hope that the God hears them and does something about it. I don't really know. But, you know, I'm sure it would help. Can't hurt.
I need some help right now.
Well, come on. Let's just pray for a safe journey, and that we may be given some opportunities to do some good in the world and make ourselves better people out of it.
Yes, that's not what I'm worried about.
What's your worry?
Well, I mean, you kind of already know, right? I guess you weren't really there at the party. Did you meet Tak?
I don't. Maybe briefly. I don't think so.
Well, it's nothing to be too bothered with. Let's just sit down and pray. And so I'll just do that and see.
Sure. All right. So, everybody beds down for the night. You wake up to the smell of sizzling bacon, fresh bread, as if it was baked downstairs. I mean, it smells good, like cinnamon and who knows what else, but just some really awesome smelling breakfast. And as you guys like start to pull on your clothes, and you head downstairs all weary-eyed, ready for your morning to start. The smell of fresh brewed coffee's in the air, as well as most of the family is up, but probably still in their PJs or morning robes. And you see that Zinfel's mom is there, hard at work, kind of slaving over a stove and being assisted by Zinfel's older brother. Can't recall his name right now, but just give me a second.
Althor?
Is it? Yeah.
That's the older one, right?
Yes.
That's
right, Althor. Good job. Upon seeing Zarada, he looks at her, blushes, and turns away, and goes back to scrambling eggs furiously. So. All right. So in addition
Extra bit of
to
love in your batch.
the only person who actually looks like really awake at the moment is actually Zinfel's sister, who's like dressed up in her full plate regalia, ready to start the day as a guard. This girl whose name is Serenace definitely seems like the type of person who gets up at dawn and does morning exercises and then is ready to go to work. So upon seeing Thornburr, she does not shy away. She just gives him a look like, how you doing?
Morning, miss.
She says, top of the morning to you as well. She says, I trust that you slept well.
Oh yeah. Me and Kareem had a nice prayer, which always puts me in the mood for a nice sleep.
She
He was
says,
snoring.
I do snore, it's true.
Oh, is that true? Praying to Ilmater, is it? She says,
Yep, that's the one.
not gonna knock Ilmater and all being one of the gods of good, she says, but if you're really looking to have a worthy god on your side, I would not turn away from Helm. She says that completely straight-faced and serious. She says, in fact, if you're heading out and planning on going to Tribor, she says, I would consider stopping by Helm's Hold.
Okay. What's there?
She says, well, it's actually a splinter faction of the Helmites that I've taken quite an interest in, actually. She says, an order that's known by the Order of the Gilded Eye. She says, particularly surrounding a belief of removing all demonic and devilish influence from the hearts of mortal men and women. In fact, the order itself is led by some of the most powerful women in this area.
Powerful women.
That
like
sounds great. Yeah, Kareem's in. He just found prayer last night, and look at him picking up the pace so quick. That's great. Yeah, that sounds good though. I mean, demons inside people's souls sound like something I could get I don't want either.
What?
So yeah, I mean that sounds something I'm down to get rid of.
I hope so. She says, I do know that the leader there is a woman by the name of Holy Watcher Korea. She says,
Holy Watcher Korea, huh? Great.
So Rihanna, Zinfel's mom, says, enough talk about religion around the table. I'm sure all of you are hungry. And she starts slopping food in, well, not slopping food, but she starts placing food into various bowls, and you see heaps of bacon, sausages, some French toast. I mean, it's amazing the spread that this woman has put out. The sleepy-eyed Zinfel's younger brother, Velathon, comes downstairs all yawny, kind of halfway in the arms of Berezan. who looks at Thornbury and says, "We should go grab Avaro when you're ready, Thornbury."
Yeah. What are we doing with Avaro again?
He looks at you and he says, "Having breakfast and bringing him downstairs."
Oh yeah, that's right.
I've
I
grabbed
forgot.
Althor, but he looks kind of busy serving and all.
No, of course. I forgot,
Don't take
Got
too
to
closely to
carry
that
him
kitchen,
down.
boy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got my mind on food.
Oh, there'll be plenty of it. He says, "It'll only take a few minutes or so."
Yeah,
Come on.
of course.
And he
Let's do it.
he waves you to follow him as you go back up the stairs with Barazan, and Barazan hands off the younger brother to Zinfel.
So have we decided, friends? Are we going through the forest to get to the old tower? Or are we going to take the road?
Roads are so safe and fun.
But the forest sounds so much more fun.
Forests are okay. As long as we don't stay there overnight. I don't. Sometimes there's frogs.
I'll be right back.
Frogs are terrifying.
I was gonna go to sleep, but my mom wants me to look for pictures.
What about you, Ammon? What do you think?
She wants pictures of everybody.
I think you're all crazy. I shove more bacon into my mouth.
That's not an answer.
You're all crazy for wanting to go into a forest. Who lives in forests? No one.
Elves. Look at
I
Serrano.
lived in the forest.
Oh, well. Well, she
Nice
left.
there.
See? She left.
There could be
I would
clues.
go back.
Was there anything particular of this forest that you were supposed to look for? I don't think so.
No. Alchemy supplies. I guess. Twigs.
You could buy that at the store.
That's true.
We're along the side of the
But
road.
it's free in the forest.
As long as you get back.
Yeah. I don't have a counter for that.
I just kind of want to leave town already.
I'm not
We've been
biased,
in towns
I'm
for
biased.
feels like forever.
They're such beautiful places.
It's been like 4 days.
Yes, but 4 days feels like months.
Sounded like he wanted them now.
Why?
His mom
I'm getting stabbed in the gut one too
found a
many
picture,
times.
but
That's
had
true.
him Photoshop it.
Great.
All the pictures
One too many
he
times
showed
indeed.
was
I'm going through the forest.
So we didn't decide, I guess.
Oh no, we decided. We're taking the road. You just missed it. I
Damn
wouldn't
Oh.
Yes! Roads! I like roads.
Okay. So, upon hearing that you guys are taking the road, Rihanna says, "Good. I'm glad. Neverwinter Wood's a dangerous place, from what I've heard. If it's not for brigands that hide out there, or might be crossing elves still looking or locking down protection of the Sharandar ruins." Did I say that right?
Ruins.
Oh yes.
What kind of ruins?
Fey ruins, Althor says. The place is known for it. They're all over the Neverwinter Wood, he says.
You know, these stories, it's like putting drugs in front of an addict. I look pointedly, and I point at the hot chick in the armor. And you, the armor and the good looks, stop. You know what you're doing. We're taking the road.
Yeah. I think it's better, she says. That way you'll get to pass by Helm Salt.
Period.
And see for
End of
yourself the
sentence.
glory of
End of
Helm.
discussion. See, good. Delicious. Here, have some food. And I start putting food at her.
She eats like a prison convict. I mean, that plate is like in front of her, and she's like all hunched over it, like slopping in her mouth. Brianna just gives her a look like, like where are your manners? And but you've known that your sister is always eaten like this, Info.
The food is just so good. Can't eat it slow.
In between mouthfuls, she's like, "Oh, by the way, there's a few baskets over there where we managed to get you some foodstuffs for the road."
Well,
Hooray! Hope there's blueberry
Great.
pie.
We bought all those rations yesterday. We're gonna be set.
I'm ready to leave whenever.
I smell
First,
cinnamon. Is there cinnamon rolls?
She pulls them out of the oven. They are.
Like 5.
What was that, Thornberg?
Zinfel, did you need something dispelled?
Oh yes, I did. This note. I need the illusion dispelled on it.
Okay. Give it here.
Yes. Thank
this
you
is it.
for.
Yeah, no problem. It's a new spell, so just. All right.
Hey,
Dispel magic.
Brianna puts up her hands. She says, "No magic in the house." Sinfel, you should know better.
Simple spell.
It takes 6 seconds, max.
No. Last time that happened, I lost all of my enchanted sheets. I am not risking that again. You take that magic outside. She just gives
All right.
Zinfel and Thornburr like a really like motherly look.
Fair enough.
At that point, Avaro, he's laughing as well. He says, "You know, Zinfel, you should learn some of that magic on your own."
I'm trying to, but I need to go on this adventure and get funds because I don't even have enough money to buy ink, let alone get spells.
Oh, money's what you need? Brianna just gives him a look. He says, "Well, I think I have a few coins upstairs, you know, nothing I can't part with from my daughter." And Serenade just rolls her eyes.
Don't we have a lot of gold already in the funds?
We made a lot of money yesterday
We can't.
selling all that stuff. So we do have a lot right now.
Let's go outside and dispel this thing and then be on our way.
Thank
Alright.
you, Emberbrand family, for your kind hospitality.
Oh, you're welcome. Navarro says, "Good luck to you all. I hope to hear what you find." He says, "From what I heard, Zinfel, Mother here actually gave you some enchanted letters. So we hope that you'll write back. Whatever it is, be careful. And keep that blade safe."
Oh, you'll read all about it. I'll send letters soon.
He says, "Good.
Thanks for all the food and everything.
Barazan says, "Oh, come now, I'll see you out. I'll see you all out." And as you guys are all waving goodbye at the family, having finished your breakfast and packed up all your things, and given your a whole week of dried rations to essentially travel on the road with, enough for all of you. You are standing outside the home, waving goodbye, giving hugs, when Barazan kind of shoves a pouch of money into Zinfel in the midst of their hug. And he says, "From your father."
Oh my, no.
But don't go spending it on drugs, lass.
Yes, Uncle.
he nods. Okay, have fun storming the castle.
And before we leave, I'll have packed up some cinnamon rolls and also gave Althor like a kiss on the cheek. And then Ryan's walking away.
Sure. And Serenace, she gives Thornbur a kiss on the cheek as well. Althor is completely embarrassed. He turns like a complete beet red. Velathon lingers way too long hugging Zinfel and saying goodbye. He's a little teary-eyed and crying, not wanting her to go. But eventually, after finally, 15 minutes of saying goodbye, you do finally depart the Emberbrand home with Winter and Rillix in tow. And where are you guys headed off to next?
The road.
The road.
We could swing by Helm's Hole.
Yeah, that should be off the
It's
road.
just-
Be on our way.
Let's just swing by the castle real quick, have a couple conversations, some Phantom Guards.
Maybe go shopping again.
Yeah, did you want to do anything else in Neverwinter? Such as cast that Dispel Magic? Or
I'll stop
visit
by.
Oh, yeah.
Sandy's?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
We'll cast that Dispel Magic.
alright, you
Give
do
me
that
that book.
first. So you kind of stop at a corner, you pull out the mysterious book, you begin to, chant your prayer to Ilmater to dispel the magic on it. And here's currently what it says. It says, "Happy birthday, Elvaro. Sincerely, Maxine." But as you know, Elvaro is spelled wrong with a couple of extra L's.
Mm-hmm.
When you dispel it, it actually says something else. So just give me a moment.
And then I said, "That's not my donkey. That's my sister."
I still don't really understand what the donkey.
Okay,
A small
so
horse.
I have updated it, and what you reveal that it actually reads is some sort of cipher.
What the?
Not what you were expecting.
Always more puzzles.
As you guys
What
are
did you
standing there as well, you also notice that on a nearby kind of like tree, spiked to it, you also see something that you've seen before, which is this. Everybody can see that, right?
Yeah.
I can't
Is
see
that
it.
the guy we saw last
Oh,
night?
now I do.
No, you did not see this guy last night.
Oh, that was a different dwarf.
Yeah, different dwarf.
They all look alike. Their beards.
That's racist.
I gotta say though, I like his name.
Warville the Weevil.
Warville the Weevil Forkbeard. Sounds great name.
His parents must have been
Gotta
great.
give him. Gotta give him that.
That was on some posters in Waterdeep.
Yes, exactly. And it seems that he is a wanted man throughout multiple cities in the Sword Coast. As you've now seen him here and there.
Deliver him to the axe of... What is that? Mirabar?
Mirabar.
Where's that at?
The only person, literally the only person I know who does not live in Nightstone, lives in Mirabar. A friend of Haral's.
Is he a
Should-
dwarf?
No, no.
Oh,
But I want to go. I want to go up there sometime. We should definitely. We should get this guy. This looks like a cool thing. Cool little quest here.
And the gold.
5,000 gold.
5,000 gold.
Yeah.
Catch an evildoer. This seems like if Ilmater has ever spoken to me, he's speaking to me now. We got to get this guy.
Maybe he's in the forest.
Oh.
Just kidding. Let's go to
Oh,
the road,
okay.
guys.
All right. So you go to the house where Sandis resides, watch over the teleportation circle as part of the inner circle, right? And
This isn't the road.
what's that?
Nothing.
We're stopping by.
Yep. So when you get there, you knock on the door and you see a kind of really elated to see you, Sandis, whose eyes, quickly find Thornber among your group, and you see that she adjusts her glasses and gets very nervous. She says, "Oh, you're back! I thought you would have left already. I didn't even think that you'd be returning. And oh my, I don't want to keep you on my doorstep. Please come in, come in.
Well,
Except for." I really can't let the elk in,
I just wanted to stop by and give you these, and I handed a little bag of cinnamon rolls.
Oh, these smell wonderful. And they look so fresh, like they were just baked this morning. Oh, thank you so much. And she shyly, comes in to give you a hug, and then kind of stops and just like kind of blushes and looks down for a moment. She says, "Are you all leaving already?"
Yes.
Yes. We just wanted to tell you that we were gonna go. I didn't want to leave without saying goodbye.
Oh, are you gonna be taking the circle?
Oh, no, we'll be taking the road. I think we've had enough of magic for one time.
Oh, okay.
Especially winter.
That's good to hear. Hunting giants, right?
Yes.
I would very much like to know what happens, and I wish you all luck. Gods watch over you and all that. I wish there was some way I could help, but I'm stuck here in this dreary house.
You're fine. I'm sure you're fine. Find something to do.
You want to come with us?
I wish I could, but no, I have to watch over the circle. There's nobody here to replace me.
Yeah, you helped us already by giving us a great welcome to Neverwinter. That's all. That was a great deed.
She looks at Thornber for a moment and like just completely freezes up. Like not saying anything after that.
All right. Well, let's. Well, I guess we'll see you later then.
You take care of yourself.
Bye.
Bye.
Please be careful. Don't watch yourselves. Stay safe, Thornber.
You too.
She closes the door and rushes inside.
She's gonna do some reading tonight.
Alright, so you guys leave through this gate in Protector's Enclave, which actually is not that far from where you currently are. And you begin to head south along the road, along the high road, I believe, toward the intersection with the Tribor Trail. Yes. So, I'm just going to move this red X out of the way for a second. So, Helm's Hold is not far at all. And within a couple of hours of leaving Neverwinter through the city gates, you see that you are approaching what clearly must be Helm's Hold, because it is a large walled castle-like area. You guys see this map?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Oh.
It's amazing, actually, because you've never seen. It's like you're on the front lines of a war when you get here. As you begin to approach the hold itself, you see a massive, massive walled encampment with what looks like a field in front of it, littered with soldiers that are in formation, doing various training exercises, standing amidst an incredible number of siege engines, catapults, trebuchets, and other equipment in various stages of either being repaired, built, or set up. And in addition to all that, past the numerous towers that align the walls themselves, you can see that rising above them all is what looks like a massive, massive cathedral with two kind of upright, gauntleted hands that form, the entrance to what looks like the cathedral itself. And clearly, you recognize this as the symbol of Helm, except that the eye, where the eye would be normally on the back of the gauntleted hand, is actually this very large, amber-colored stained glass window with the adorned eye on it. Okay, just like you see in the picture above your tokens.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that is one nice house, huh?
Yeah, really. I remember these guys being a little more subdued.
Yeah, clearly Helm's Hold is not a subdued place. From what you can see, they are literally preparing for war. Although why is really not obvious to you.
It's pretty obvious.
But in addition to that, there is a incredible amount of people here. It's hard to judge numbers because none of you really have that kind of experience in an army. But
I kind of do.
is that Ryan who just said that?
Yeah, pretty much.
You've been in an army before?
Well, I've been in army school.
Ah, okay. You know what? I'll give you a intelligence check then.
Sure.
But I'll give you advantage.
Oh, well. It's okay, he's not paying attention anymore.
Dude, there must be like 25,000 people here. I mean, it is just a crazy, crazy large encampment. You're like, yeah, 25,000. That's definitely the number.
Oh, there's 25,000 here. Wow, that's amazing.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, but these dudes, they are dressed. I mean, you see a number of people. They're not all soldiers. You see that there are runners in between camps. People dressed like scouts. There's also a lot of commoners, craftsmen that are actually building the siege engine, and engineers. So I mean, it's not like everybody here is a soldier in full plate armor or anything like that. Far from it. In fact, you only see like handfuls of people really with full plate armor, and those look like those are the guys like in charge. But in addition to that, there seems to be a pretty equal mix of men and women. And as you're kind of walking along the road, unless you plan on stopping, they pretty much allow you to just, continue on. Nobody stops you or anything like that.
Yeah. Should we just walk on in?
Well, actually, so to actually get to Helm's Hold, you have to walk off the road. And they're kind of like, between the road and the hold itself.
Okay.
So if I could kind of make you understand this just a little bit better, imagine that the road, and I'm going to draw this roughly like freehand. Imagine that the road is like this. You get it? Did you see that? So all these people are kind of like in this area.
Yep. So, can we just like walk up to them?
Yeah, you can see them, but like nobody kind of, you see people on the road, kind of just watching it carefully, but like nobody actually stops you, or asks you questions or anything like that. You do get looks from people though as you're moving southward.
Yeah.
But what you can actually make out is a little bit further down, maybe about a few hundred yards. You think you can see Zinfel, and really anybody with a perception of 13 or higher. What looks like a large gallows. And there seems to be a little congregation of it seems to be a little congregation of people around it.
Oh man, should we see what's going on?
Good old-fashioned hanging.
I smack my forehead with my palm.
Does this even matter? What are we doing here?
Well,
Sarnes suggested.
yeah.
Stop by.
I mean, we got some good religious folk trying to do some good in the world. Might want to team up with them, but this seems kind of sketchy.
They're probably preparing for giants.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm the only one who thought that, right?
Oh yeah, I mean,
No, you're the only one who thought that. I think they're just insane.
All right, so I assume that you guys continue onward. And as you walk down the few hundred yards, you can see at the gallows themselves, not only are there gallows there, but there's also a number of stakes with pyres, currently unlit, but people are actually tied to those stakes. And there's a number of guards around, from what you could see, all people in various, chainmail armor. And standing with them, kind of looking like she's maybe in charge, you see a woman in full plate with a very distinctive tabard that matches the symbol of the Order of the Gilded Eye.
Well,
And she seems to be kind of listening or acting as some sort of justicar or judge in some way, presiding over what looks like a kind of like a trial right alongside the road. And in addition to that, you see that there's the gallows actually has like a couple of people standing on it with nooses around their necks, waiting to find out if when they're gonna essentially pull the lever that's going to essentially hang them.
well, we could learn something from these people, right?
no, this doesn't seem like the kind of punishment Ilmater would approve of.
Do you guys want to talk to them?
Maybe we should just watch for now. I feel like this isn't something we should interrupt.
Okay.
I'm hiding behind Winter.
I don't know if I want to watch.
Not
We
watch.
could just continue on to the city.
You could.
Nobody's-
Right into the hold. Although this is probably the person we want to talk to.
What's the
let's just
harm in
wait.
asking?
Yeah, screw it. Let's go.
All right. Well, you kind of like walk up to the group, and you see that there are a number of guards, like I described, hanging out around this area, keeping a close eye on the road. As you begin to approach, you immediately catch the attention of a guard who walks on over to you guys. He's got a square jaw with a very light beard and a blonde mop of hair that looks like it's thinning very rapidly. And he says, "State your business, adventurers."
Well,
We're
Hi,
giant
I'm-
slayers.
yeah, we're the Stone Sworn. My name. I'm a paladin of Ilmater,
Ah,
and
well, I can
I
see
was
that.
to-
Welcome, brother.
yeah, that's right. Got the symbol right there. Yeah, we were told about your group here.
Ah,
We're do-gooders, adventurers out in the world, and thought we might want to team up.
came to pay your respects to the Order of the Gilded Eye, then, is it?
Sure.
Oh, well met. He does say, he says, my name is Adric. And you are?
Nice to meet you. Well, I'm Thornber. Thornber Throkermit. This is the Stone Sworn band of adventurers.
Who slay giants?
Yeah.
Giants, you say?
Yes.
Well,
Yep. On our way to.
you're in the
kill
right
right
place. You should help out with the effort. The defense effort, that
now.
is.
The who? The what?
The defense effort. He says, we're preparing for giant attacks and dragon attacks as well. He says, there's been rumors up and down the coast, and Helm's Hold will not be caught off guard. We could use adventurers such as yourselves if you have any knowledge in engineering, or looking to make some money as mercenaries. Every man counts, and woman, that is. And he gives Zorana and Zenfel a curt nod. He says,
You know.
we're always taking acolytes as well.
You know. We've been spending a lot of time within walls lately, and we were actually just talking about how much we need to get on the road again. But really appreciate the offer.
He says, well, if you have any news about giants, considering that you are travelers, he says, we'd love to hear more. From what we've heard so far, it seems like every single giant under the sun is making their way around the Sword Coast, causing trouble here and there, in addition to a number of dragon sightings as well.
What does this hold protect?
Protects Neverwinter and its
Right.
surrounding lands.
Any artifacts here?
Excuse me?
Any large artifacts?
He gives you like a very suspicious look, and he says, large artifacts. I don't think we're willing to give that information to strangers, sir.
Well, it's just the giants have been stealing those things, so.
Oh, well, you know, come to think of it, we have heard of frost giants lay claim to something that they're looking for called the Ring of Winter. If there was ever an artifact that was to be known, he says that would be it. And then we've heard about fire giants who just attacked Tribor no less than a few days ago as well. They dug a big hole into the earth and pulled out a piece of metal the size of a wagon. He says, attacked the town itself with orcs and some other creatures, kind of like birds, I guess, that the orcs were mounted upon, called axebeaks.
Do you have any news of the other towns? What about the Yartar?
He says, no giant attacks on Yartar that I know of. Or dragons, that is. He says, that's a long ways from here. Is that the direction that you're headed?
Yes.
Yep. Well, yep.
He
Correct.
says, good to hear. And then you hear a kind of like a chant past him, where a lot of the soldiers are currently standing there, and a couple of the guys up on the gallows. One guy seems morose and very quiet, and another guy he starts like really wailing and kind of like sobbing, and you can't even really make out what he's saying, but he is clearly fighting them putting a noose over his neck, as the acolytes and other priests of Helm in that area seem to be chanting a small prayer.
What did they do?
Oh, that, he says, devil worshippers.
Oh, which
Oh.
devil?
He says, all of them. But Asmodeus, worst of all.
Oh yeah, even I've heard of that one.
He says, you ever heard of an organization called the Ashmedai?
The who? The what? No.
Gesundheit.
He says,
I don't read
oh,
much.
you know who they are then? He looks at Zenfel.
Yes.
He says, It's a poison upon these lands, and a poison upon Neverwinter. For a number of years now.
Poison.
Especially during the spell plague.
Brought in by the Thayians. 9 hells begotten creatures.
Well,
That sounds awful.
then when he says that, he bows his head. It seems as if the prayer has finished, and you notice that they pull on a lever, releasing the trapdoors beneath the dudes up on the gallows, as all 3 of the guys currently up there are hung.
Kareem turns his head away. He doesn't want to look at it.
Close my eyes.
He says, you should have a word with Holy Watcher Korea. If you have the time to spare, that is. Oh,
That'd be lovely.
right there.
Do we have the time to spare, guys?
Of course. We just,
We're not really in a hurry.
yeah, I think
I'm
we
in
could
a
just
hurry.
spend a little time telling her what's, just giving them the news of what we know, hearing what they know.
Maybe we can do it quickly.
Yeah,
He says,
for sure.
very well. Follow me then. And you see that he leads the way. This guy named Sir Adric, walking you over to Holy Watcher Korea, who stands there as she is now presiding over the pyre, and the person currently strapped to it or tied to it, awaiting her judgment. He says, Holy Watcher Korea, I have some adventurers along the road traveling south. They say they're not called the Stone Sworn and that they've fought some giants. She turns. Everybody can see her journal entry, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. She says, welcome and well met. I am Holy Watcher Korea, and I see that you have a traveler of Elmatter among you. She gives you a nod.
I nod back. Hello.
How is it
We
that I
gotta
can
go.
help
We,
you?
Never mind.
we were just talking to your companion here, and thought we might have some information that'd be useful to you. You
Well.
might have information useful to us. We're adventurers, and we've been giant attacks, and my hometown was destroyed, and I am chasing these giants. We are on our way to kill a giant right now,
Is that so?
and so we don't have much time.
Then your adventure's after my own heart. Just give me 1 second. Just want to reply here. She says, yes, rumors of giants are near and far. She says, Nightstone. That's a village far to the south, is it not? Along the Sword Coast, just a few miles outside of Waterdeep.
Indeed, yep, that's the one.
She says, I have heard of it, but I did not know that giants had destroyed the village, as you say.
It's been mostly rebuilt. It's doing all right, but still in a little trouble. Zentarum trouble, but what you gonna do? We got giants
I'm
to
gonna come for you.
take care of.
She says, yes, Zentarum, always a thorn in everyone's sides. Always out to look, to make out coin and line their pockets. She says, if only the Order of the Gauntlet would eliminate them once and for all.
Amen.
She nods. Thornberg, you said your name was?
Yep, that's the one.
So where are you and your companions headed? You said on your way to slaying a giant?
Yeah, on the way to Tribor.
Many miles lie between here and Tribor. She says, specifically where?
An old tower.
An old tower. She says, a bit generic.
That's all
We
it
don't know
is.
too much about it.
She says, come to think of it, I have heard of an old tower that lies in the Star Meadow Hills along the Tribor Trail. Could this be
Probably
one and
not.
the same?
Possibly.
Probably.
I think so.
She says, I remember an instance of travel back many years ago. She says, when I had left the helm, when I left the hold for some time from Tribor on my way here. She says, I recall seeing a sign upon the road that indicated a trail where the old tower could be found. Oh God, whoever just breathed it into the mic, thank you. Did you guys hear what she just said? It was like kind of interrupted by the heavy breathing.
Yeah.
So
She
she
saw a sign.
indicated that she saw a sign that showed a trail that led to the old tower, and this was on the Tribor Trail.
It was years ago.
She did
So
say it
this
was years ago.
Well, that's interesting.
She says, yes, but be careful. We've seen frost giants and fire giants, and I've heard many things about them. Particularly, frost giants seem to be raiding up and down the coast, mostly concentrated around here and north of here.
I don't know if we've told this already, but they're looking for artifacts.
So I've heard. Frost giants claim to be searching for the Ring of Winter, and I hear that fire giants are actually looking for what looks the pieces to some colossal construct that they call the Vonindod. Not only that, but we've seen sightings of a few dragons, to say the least. Particularly one enormous blue dragon that calls herself the Doom of the Desert, or the Dragon of Statues, as she is also known.
Sounds like they would do a lot of damage.
Hence why we're preparing.
You think they would attack the cities?
I have no doubt.
Is the ring there?
She looks at you and kind of gives a stifled laugh. And she says, the ring is a legend and nothing more. No one will ever find the Ring of Winter. That is my firm belief. These giants least of all. But let us hope that I'm right. For if they do find the Ring of Winter, she says, I do not want to imagine what apocalypse may come from that.
If history tells me anything, it's they're going to probably find the ring.
What does it do? Do you know?
Theoretically.
Or what is it supposedly? Yeah.
She says, it is great indeed. I've heard many rumors, but they all seem to point to two particular things. One, that they provide ultimate control over winter itself. And number two, that the ring grants immortality. The ability to summon winter and storms and ice at someone's whim is quite powerful indeed. It can bring civilization to its knees and perhaps destroy it altogether. Only those with the ability to survive in such extreme climates would survive. I guess.
Problem.
But this is all hearsay. I do not truly know if this is true or not. I'll leave those to the scholars and wizards. I have heard,
This is all
though,
very
that
interesting.
the Harpers have been looking for it for some time. Let's pray that they don't find it.
Why not?
Because they're a bunch of idiots, that's why.
She smiles. But she does seem to not deny what Emin is saying.
Well, they do seem kind of. Well, anyway.
Well, whatever your goals are, be careful. Follow over matter is welcome within Helm's Hold any day. And perhaps any of you as well, if you wish to take up an acolyte position or eventual priesthood within the clergy of Helm itself. Of course, we're always paying mercenaries as well to man our walls.
We're more
I
of a
think we're more
traveling
adventurous.
kind.
Yeah.
I figured as much, but the
If you
invitation
ever-
was there regardless.
If you ever have an errand you need run,
She says, well, there have been sightings, especially of frost giants, as I said, raiding the coast. If you find anything out, you can return that information to me. He says, but I'm not going to offer you a reward without any solid information first.
It's fair.
yeah, I'm sure we'll be around. We plan to hunt these giants as long as it takes to make this place safe again.
That's good to hear. See, he says, apparently they've plundered several homesteads and caravans along the high road. If you could find out where the giants are coming from, as I said, I can use this information.
Well, they do have
We'll
a
do it.
farm.
Well, if we. What?
Those are the cloud giants, though,
She
right?
didn't say which giants.
Frost giants. Alright, while you guys
If
think
we
about
find
that, I'll
anything-
be right back. I have to go to the restroom real quick.
All right. Well, I guess we should continue on our way.
Holy Watcher! Listen, amazing joke. Why didn't
She's not interested.
the rooster go to the volcano?
Why?
He was chicken.
Oh Lord.
Damn, I thought that was funny.
It was.
I have a question for you, Thornburg.
Uh-huh. Shoot.
Is your god and Helm friends?
You know, I don't really know.
I didn't
know what-
know either.
I know what my god wants me to do, but I don't really know that much about what they do. It's all like in books and stuff, and I don't really read those things. I just help people. I don't really know that much about the other gods.
Hmm.
But I would assume they would be friends. I mean, they're on, like, their god is the god of protection. So that's the thing I like. I mean, I don't really like burning people, but
Or hanging them.
yeah, but at the
Are you
same
saying that
time,
in front of her?
We're kind of having our own little conversation next time.
Alright, well, as you're having that little conversation, she excuses herself for a moment and goes back to giving some orders to a couple of guards that walk up to her.
So
And I'm sorry I had to get up twice real suddenly, but water and liquids seem to be going right through me right now, so...
No problem.
Before she walks away, I grab her attention. How do you pronounce your name? Kara?
Korea.
Korea, of course. I would have spelled it Korea, but you know.
The
No,
North
that's
is-
Korea.
Korea, have the Lords of Waterdeep told you that the ordning has been broken and the giant's societal structure has collapsed?
No, I did not know this. Are you sure?
Yes.
That would explain a lot. I have heard of this hierarchy that the giants have, but I did not know such was the actual case. Thank you for sharing that. And
I
you
am
say that the
simply
Lords of
remembering.
Waterdeep revealed this information to you?
No, we told them.
How can you be so sure that that's really what's happening then?
We know things. We're adventurers. We're not tied to one place. We hear when the wind speaks.
A giant told us.
Excuse me? A giant.
Yes. I forgot his name. He's a big guy.
Zephyros.
Zephyros, come on.
Yeah. And he lives on the cloud.
Ah, a cloud giant then. You know, I
Yes,
did
a good
hear
one.
about a cloud giant castle that had appeared over Waterdeep just a few days ago as well.
Did it
It
have
makes
a
sense
cat?
now
Look,
that all of this is connected.
Yep, that was the same one that attacked my my home. That's the same one that attacked Nightstone.
Do we know that?
Zephyros was cool
We
though.
don't know that.
Are you sure of that?
Are we sure of that? I thought.
No, I don't think we are.
Someone told us
Okay.
it was different.
I'm
They
not.
could be good ones.
Cloud giants
not
are
sure
known
about
to
that.
be either good or evil. But you did mention that you encountered just one of them that revealed this information to you about the ordering being broken?
Yes, he was a cool guy.
She says, I will keep that in mind.
Although,
She,
Yeah, but weird
she actually
technique.
motions over to one of the nearby guards and says something in a hushed tone to that person.
You know, that's
Yeah, but
like the
weird take.
first.
That person pulls out like a little notebook and starts writing that down.
go ahead, Thorn.
Yep. I was gonna say that was like the first day I joined the team was when we met Zephyros. That was like the first day after we left Nightstone. And
Good
then I
time.
knew I was like, this is a great crew. We're meeting giants on day one. This is gonna be a
Progress.
great journey.
Well,
She says,
I guess technically you met giants before we even met you.
Yeah, that was a little different.
That's true.
I don't want to think about that.
Well, I'm a very busy woman, as you can see, and I have to get back to extending out my judgment of these worshippers.
Please.
Right.
Good too.
We'll
I
see
wish
our
you luck
way.
then, and if you do find any news about frost giants and their raiding efforts, I wish to hear it. Anything that you can return back to Helm's Hold would be rewarded.
Of course.
We'll let you know.
Pleased to meet you.
The pleasure is all
Okay.
mine. Well met, Thornbur and Stonesworn. And she gives you guys a respectful bow.
Well,
To the
off we
tower.
go. To the tower.
All right. So you depart, and within an hour or so, you can't even see the army really anymore, but you can still make out just the top of the cathedral in the distance, as you've now traveled about, 3 or so miles away down the road. At this point, I'm going to ask, what's your marching order?
I'll probably be somewhere in the front with Thornburg, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm in the back.
So who's kind of in the lead is most important to me.
I would be probably, or Thornbur. I don't know.
You're
Yeah,
You
holding
maybe
guys
hands.
can
we
switch
can
it up
do
if
like
you like.
side by
That's
side.
that's fine
Be
too.
side by side. It's all right.
Be having a chat.
They're holding hands.
Fuck the gods.
Holding hands.
Yeah, we're holding hands right now.
All right, so I'm gonna say then Thornbur and Kareem are holding hands.
Why
I
is
mean,
it
if
spark
he
working?
reaches for it, I'm not stopping.
And I just want to confirm here some passive scores. Kareem, you have a passive perception of 13 and Thornbur 12, right?
Yes. Let me double check, but I think that's true. Yeah, that's true. No, I have 16. Sorry, I have 16 passive perception.
Whoa, when did that happen?
He has high wisdom.
Yeah, I have high wisdom, and I'm proficient in that. It's one of my 4.
I've always had you down
proficiencies.
as 12 for some reason.
Oh,
Yeah, 16.
16, man.
Shit.
All those
Mine's
things
14.
you could have seen.
I could have seen so much. It's all right. Now's the time.
So 16 and 13. Who's kind of in the second spot after these two guys?
I'll be there.
All right, so Zinfel, whose passive perception is also 16.
Let's see, what am I? 18.
18? What the fuck, guys? I did not know that these passive perception scores had changed. All right, who's after Zinfel?
I have 14 passive
Oh, me
perception.
and Alright, mine too.
Is
Sure.
Kareem has 14?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Wait,
so
what'd you have me down for?
I had you for
Wisdom.
13. I said it 3 times.
This is our first level ones.
It was from back on session 9, so yeah. All right, so who's in the third position?
Probably me and Emin.
Okay. So, Zorana and Emin. What are the scores for you guys?
Mine's 12. You guys, so
What's
low.
winter?
Winter is probably not that high. It's just 10.
All right. And what's Emin's?
25 when I'm cheating. 13, right?
All right. And then finally, I need passive insights.
Also 12.
So Zorana's got a 12,
13 for Thornbur.
13 for Thornbur,
14 for Kareem.
okay,
12.
12 for Zorana.
Zinfel.
Oh, I'm sorry, 12 for Zinfel. Whoops.
It is also
And then,
12.
yeah, and then for Emin?
13.
Oh, you guys suck. No, I'm just joking. Nobody's got above a 14.
I got 14. I mean, it's not that bad.
You're the best person at weeding out lies. That's pretty good. Yeah, and that's pretty much what I had before for you guys. So, for some reason, all the passive perceptions have changed. Okay,
Kareem's pretty intuitive,
sure.
so it makes sense.
All right, so we're gonna kind of do this. I'm gonna move you guys back to the other map. You're back on the road. You've just passed Helmhold, and you've been traveling for about 3 hours so far. So let's see how long it's actually going to take you mileage-wise from where you currently are roughly to there. Okay, so that's about 67 miles or so, 68 miles or so. Are you traveling at a normal pace, a slow pace, or a fast pace? And the reason why I ask is because they do different things in terms of your passive scores. If you're traveling fast, you can travel at about 4 miles an hour, but you get a -5 on your passive perceptions to notice anything. If you travel slow, you can actually, use the brush and other stuff to move stealthily.
I don't think we need to stealth or really rush. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm thinking normal pace.
Yeah, if you travel slow, you're only traveling at 2 miles an hour. Normal pace is 3. And after 10 hours of travel, which you've already done 3, you start to get tired. So if you try to force yourselves to move further, then you're gonna risk exhaustion.
I'm voting. I vote normal.
All right. So 1 vote for normal. Zerana,
Normal.
Zinfo.
Normal.
Okay. So it seems like the majority of the group wants to go normal. So that's what you guys will do. So you got 68 miles to go just to get to the intersection. So, and about 7 hours of travel left. So that will bring you about 21 miles more of travel, leaving you with 46 left. So, can somebody, one person from your group, you can choose whoever wants to do it, roll me a d20.
Kareem, you're leading us. I think you should do it.
Okay. Yep. It's more than 10.
All right. So nothing really happens along the road as you guys are traveling and you start to bed down for the night. You get about 21 miles further, so roughly to about the H on the high road part when you bed down for the night. So you set up your camp. Are you guys setting up watch?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, sure. So how are you doing that? Who's got first watch? How many hours is the watch?
We just take 2 hours? Is that how
Yeah.
it works usually?
2 hours.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Kareem will take second.
All right.
I'll take the morning watch, the last watch, when the sun is rising.
Okay. And Zorana and Emin.
I can't see in the middle of the
I'll go
night.
third.
Whichever.
Yeah.
You're gonna do 3 and 4, Zorana and then Emin.
Sure.
Oh, I need one more thing. What's the passive perception for relics?
Oh, let's see here. Perception.
Skrillex.
15.
15. Got it. Okay, so Kareem, can you roll me a d20, please, during your watch? Okay. And so nothing happens, and the night passes by uneventfully. Okay, you wake up the next morning, you continue on, you've used up a day of food. So out of the rations that you got, you have 9 days left, plus whatever rations you normally carry on you. And you begin to travel some more. You guys keeping the same marching order?
Yep.
Okay. So, somebody from your group, whoever, I don't really care, can you roll me a d20?
I'll do it again, I guess. Oh, never mind. Serrano got it.
All right. So another day day passes, and you're able to travel another 30 miles.
Thornberry, you want to be crafting some alchemy?
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to do that.
During the
And
night.
don't
Do like
forget
what?
that you also tried to craft, I think, yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Yeah, I have a half finished potion. Can I do that? How do I
On the
like
road.
when we?
Yeah, so you have a traveling alchemy kit. So that's the point of it, is to be able to travel and create some alchemy, some alchemical items.
So I'm just like, it's just like hooked on in front of me, and I'm just like making shit as we're marching along.
Yeah, essentially. You can only make like one thing at a time, but yes.
Yeah, nice. Well, then yeah, I'll spend another day finishing that greater healing potion.
Yeah, so at the end of day 2 of travel, it'll be finished.
All right. Well, what else do you guys want?
So as you begin to bed down for the night, you can, start to make something else.
We could do that poisoner. Maybe give that poisoned potion to a bad guy.
Yeah.
We could give that to Emin.
I
He
don't
could
think-
maybe trick somebody into drinking it one time.
Oh, I thought you meant like.
Let's do a nicer one. How about the antitoxin, so that if we're poisoned, we'll be okay. Anybody into that? No? All right.
What about the resistance one?
Potion of climbing, that's a cool one. That one sounds fun.
Didn't we get a potion of resistance?
We could do a potion of resistance. That takes a long time,
Oh,
and it takes a lot. It takes 6 days. But I could do it. What would we want
right.
resistance to?
I don't know. I was just thinking of it.
Yeah, I feel like we should do that one when we're fighting. This is a
Good try.
what kind of giant? Yeah, when we're fighting some kind of thing, we know what we.
Poison resistance?
By the way, the current day is Myrtle the 13th, and tomorrow will be Myrtle the 14th.
Cool.
I wonder if Tack made it to Tribor yet.
Oh, maybe I'll just start another greater healing potion. Those ones are always good to have.
Can't go wrong with that.
So who's got the one that you just made?
Um,
Probably just on him. You know?
I already have a
no, I'll
potion.
give that. Does someone else want that? I mean, I got a lot of magic to heal people with, so maybe somebody else wants it. Zinfel, you want to take this greater healing potion? Hold on to it. I mean, I trust you to. I trust you to feed it to me if I need it. You
Of
know.
course. Yeah. It's good to have a backup. Greater heal potion.
There you go.
And you're
now
starting
just
another one, right?
Start the next one, yeah. So I'll spend the 50 gold now from the alchemist supplies.
All right.
During my my watch,
Hold
Dream's
on,
gonna
you're,
be
not, you're not
screwed-
there yet.
Okay.
All right. Well, actually, you can tell me. Assuming that you guys
No, it's
haven't
fine.
changed the
Oh, wait.
order, right?
Oh,
Of
wait.
watching.
Oh wait.
No, we'll keep it the same.
Well, are we stopping for the second night?
You are, yes.
So before we stop, I say, give me a second. Stand close by. So I trace a rune on the ground in a circle, and a 10-foot radius sphere, a half sphere, pops up around us, made of stone that you can see through from the inside out, forming a stone hut. Now we get to
Whoa.
sleep in here tonight.
Whoa! That is fancy.
Very
You have
nice.
some of the most interesting magical tricks.
Rock house.
I crack my knuckles.
Yeah, you got some style, Em, and I gotta give you that one.
Is there a door?
That's the
Stone
best
hut.
part. You don't need one. See? I just walk through the wall. Then I walk back in.
What? It's a
How did you?
fake rock disguise house.
Yes. And it'll protect us. Things can't get in. Probably.
They can't?
It might not stop a dragon, but most normal things. Yeah.
So this is a Lehman's tiny hut, right?
Yes.
Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. All right.
I like it.
I need to remind myself what this does. So it kind of creates like an invisible, like outside people can't really see it, or they can.
You can see that it's a rock. You know,
So
big
that's the
bowl.
thing, because it's made out of stone, I think they can see it, but I mean that's kind of up to you. It's the safe hold property under Fell.
The safe hold property under what?
Fell?
Oh. No, if it acts just like the spell, then that's what it's doing, just like the spell. So the spell's on page 255. It says an immobile dome of force springs into existence around and above you and remains stationary for the duration. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside. And blah, 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 blah. All creatures and objects are barred from passing through it, except for those within the dome when you cast this spell. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. It's comfortable and dry inside despite the weather outside. You can also command it to be dimly lit or dark inside. It's opaque from the outside of any color that you choose, but it is transparent from the inside. So then that leads me to believe that that you can see it.
Well, that was my thought too, because
Yeah.
in the description you said you called it a stone hut, otherwise identical to Liamon's.
Oh, there you go. I didn't realize that's what the description said. So yeah, it is made of stone. But you
Yeah,
can
actually,
choose
this is
to
pretty
make
sweet.
it whatever color stone you want, I would say.
Match the ground.
Pale opalescent blue.
Sure. Sure. And when you guys rest, are you staying on the road or are you going off the road?
A little bit off of it.
Slightly off the
Walking
road.
into a rock.
Because I didn't really ask that question before. And how far off the road are you going? Because the area around here, it's miles to Neverwinter Wood from the road itself. That's not to say that there aren't trees and other brush. It's not exactly plains. There are hills and stuff like that. So, but I mean, to actually get to the edge of Neverwinter Wood, I mean, you're looking at 15 miles.
We don't need
So
to
how
get
far?
anywhere
My
near the
question.
wood.
My question is, how far off the road are you going?
1 mile.
1 mile. Got it. All right.
I mean, really? It seems kind of far to walk out of our way. So much time.
Yeah, I was gonna say just like 100 feet.
A couple hundred feet, anywhere outside the convenient light of a torch radius. I think
Right.
that'd be fine.
Yeah. And when I say that the day passed uneventfully, what I mean by that is it's not like you saw nobody on the road at all. It's more along the lines of you've just seen merchants and travelers either leaving Neverwinter or on their way to Neverwinter from other places along the road.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'm smiling and waving a lot.
Sure. So the second night, Myrtle the 14th, let's see if anything happens that night. Okay, so Zorana's watch. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
She rolled a 3.
Ooh, all right. All right, give me a moment. Get to use my nifty charts here.
Nice.
Wait, before her watch, can I go to my watch?
Oh yes. Since your watch is second, you can go to your watch.
I was
And by the
gonna
way,
ask,
anybody who wants to do anything during our watch, you can tell me.
Kareem's gonna mess with the poisoner's kit. He's gonna
Oh,
look at
wait,
everything
hold
that's
on.
inside.
So when you open the poisoner's kit, you notice that there's something you didn't see before when you first got it,
Mm.
which is a folded piece of paper or parchment.
Oh, he tries to read it apart.
Okay. So first thing you realize when you open it is that it is written in a strange blocky language. What languages do you know?
Common, Mulholrande, and Infernal.
Okay. It is not any of those.
Okay.
But you do notice that the paper itself kind of feels a little oily, and on top of that, you do notice that the ink kind of looks like smudged in some areas, and you even see like a couple of drops of ink. Like whoever wrote this note didn't seem to either be careful or wrote it quickly.
Well, I can't read it, so. Cream just wants to look around in it and see if he can identify any of these. Probably not any of these things that are inside of it.
Any of the things that are inside the actual kit itself?
Yeah, like the the vials that are inside the. I don't know what kind of tools are inside of a poisoner's kit.
Yeah, sure. So you see like things that would be very similar to being inside of an alchemist kit. You know, alembics, crucibles, like a mortar and pestle, like a tiny one, because it is a traveler's kit. But you also notice that there's a number of other dry and pasted and other types of ingredients that can be used to create small poisonous samples, perhaps. In addition to a lot of herbs and other plants and liquids that you don't, just from looking at them, recognize, but you do see that they are labeled. So one of them says adder's venom.
It's all in common?
It is all in common in the kit.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, the tools themselves, however, are not labeled. Just the vials themselves that contain the actual ingredients. If that makes any sense. So you see powdered nightshade, for example. Let me see what else. I didn't actually have this kind of ready, but you see hemlock.
He wants to smell all of it.
So, are you trained in the use of a poisoner's kit?
No, not at all.
Not at all, right. Okay. So, why don't we as you're kind of like messing around with all of it and trying to see what things are or what they smell like, go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, that's very bad. So, as you're kind of like messing around and opening up vials, you fumble one of the vials and you get some of the liquid actually on your fingers. And at that point, I need you to make me a Constitution save.
Wow, that's not good either.
That's not good either.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah, and so as you're kind of like trying to get it off, you realize that, you know, as you're trying to get this very tacky substance off of you, which at this point, like, you don't even know what it was because you got the substance all over the label as well. You start to not feel very good. You start to feel kind of queasy and a little bit nauseous, and even a little bit sleepy as well. And your fingers, you can tell that they're kind of like a little numb, and even your fingertips feel a little bit swollen.
What have I done?
And at some point during Zinfel's watch, you notice that Kareem is out. Like, he is unconscious, and his hands have swollen to the point where they are like watermelons. And it looks like he fell asleep right where he was taking watch. Like, he just keeled over, and like he's snoring really badly, but he does not look like he's in good shape. He's kind of really pale, very, very sweaty, and like I said, his hands are swollen. His hands are kind of smudged in what looks like some sort of black ink or substance. And oh,
Wait,
and he's
isn't
got his
Zinfandel-
open, and he's got his open poisoner's kit in front of him.
Wait, isn't Zinfel the last person on
Oh,
the
I'm
watch?
sorry, I keep saying
And I
Zinfel
thought
and
something-
confusing her with Zorana. It's Zorana who's
Okay.
got watch after you.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
So Zorana sees me.
Yes.
Fuck, I'm gonna immediately fucking cast Lesser Restoration on him.
And actually, Zorana, you don't even know like if you woke up on time or not.
Yeah.
In
You
fact,
wake up.
you notice that everybody's still sleeping, including, as I said,
Kareem.
Kareem. And the only reason you woke up is because you can kind of dimly see the sun rising over the horizon, and you're pretty sure this is way, way past your watch.
Oh, fucking Kareem. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna try and, like, slap him, wake him up, cast Lesser Restoration on him. Kareem, are you alright?
Oh, you're trying to wake him up, and you're casting Lesser Restoration on him? Let's see here. Does that get rid of the poison condition? I think it does, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
it does. It does. Yeah.
All right. You do notice that when you cast your spell, his hands start to magically deflate. But he seems like he's out pretty much. But you do notice that he doesn't look so clammy and sweaty anymore, and some of the color in his skin starts to return. And in addition to that, you see that though the sun is rising, you notice that there are also dark clouds on the horizon, and you can hear thunder rumbling in the distance.
Fuck. Kareem, are you alright? What did you do?
My hands. They hurt.
Yeah, your
But,
hands do still hurt.
Oh my god, the kit is still out. I try to put everything away.
Your hands kind of still feel numb, so you're like fumbling over stuff. You don't open anything by accident or break anything,
Right.
but you clearly
I take the.
you clearly
the
went
letter
way
out,
over
too.
on your watch, because you do notice the sun is coming up as well.
I take the letter out too, or the parchment that was in there.
Sure, it's just folded off to the side, so you kind of pull it out. You pick it up, with numb fingers.
Yeah, I put that away in my. I tuck that away in my shirt.
Okay,
Help
sure.
him put everything away and close the kit.
I put that away too.
Sure.
Put that in my bag.
All right, you managed to put all the stuff inside the kit away as well.
It's
Oh.
way early,
more thunder sounds in the distance.
and it
Oh,
sounds
it's-
like we should probably get going.
Yeah, when I
That's
say
also
like the
good.
sun is rising, it's more like it's daytime. It's starting to turn daytime, but you could tell that it's lightly drizzling at this point.
Well, at least we're in a hut. Well, let's wake everyone up. Is
I
it that
think I
early
might have-
still?
Poisoned myself.
You think?
All right, so you begin to wake everybody up as well, and Zinfil, you notice that as you guys are preparing and breaking down your camp for the morning and enjoying, your hardtack breakfast, you do see that Kareem's fingers look very oddly like he's been touching ink, because his fingertips all look black as he's eating and chewing on his sausage, or whatever he eats in the morning.
My sausage.
You were having experiments.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
I don't want to talk about it.
It didn't go
But-
well.
Actually, Zinfel, you know lots of reading and stuff, right? You're good at that, right?
I've been known to read a book or two. 100.
What kind of
1,000.
What kind of languages do you know? Have you seen anything like this before? And I take out the parchment from within my pocket.
Oh, let's see. Draconic, Dwarvish, Giant, Common.
Ah,
Okay.
it is Dwarvish. From what you could see.
This is obviously Dwarven script.
What does it say?
Don't play with poison.
That's good advice.
It says. It says. It says. If you wish to learn, return to the mask.
Oh, that's pretty clear cut. Mask.
Did you say that out loud,
Yeah.
Citadel?
Yes, I said it out loud.
The mask? What the hell is that?
The
Oh,
giant
did the guy who gave this to you have a mask?
No. Not that I remember.
the moonstone mask.
The what?
The moonstone mask.
What is the
Oh.
moonstone mask?
Floating rock. Where you passed out drinking pink goop.
Oh, shit.
And on a curious aside note, Mask is also the god of thieves and poison. So good job. You've attracted some attention.
Hmm.
That's a double entendre.
This could mean a lot of things, huh? Well. Whatever.
We'll find. You'll figure it out.
I guess we'll figure that stuff later.
Don't mess with that thing by yourself in the middle of the night.
At this point, loud boom of thunder, and then rain starts pouring down on the hut.
Thank God we're not in the rain.
You notice Emmett quickly starts getting dressed and throwing a cloak over his head.
Seeing him do that, I try to do the same.
We're in a hut.
Yeah, you're in the hut for now, but I think it is soon to expire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So after you, it only lasts 8 hours, correct?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it winks out right now.
Ah,
Oh no. Let's get moving. Let's get moving.
All right. So the rain is going to affect your traveling today, and what this really means is that you're going to be traveling only at half speed. So,
Use her ranger powers to overcome that.
that is a very good question. So, does Zirana have any ranger powers to overcome the difficult weather?
I don't know about weather.
difficult terrain.
It's not really difficult terrain.
Wait for it.
It's pretty difficult for it to rain.
Okay. Difficult terrain doesn't slow travel. Can't get lost. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing about weather.
Ah, okay. I have found the ranger's weakness.
Weather.
No.
All right. So anyway, yeah, it's a pretty shitty, like, rain-filled day, but You guys are keeping the same marching order, I assume. And what I'd like is for Zinfo to roll me a d20, please.
I'm skilled at navigating, not making magic happen.
I win.
Yeah. All right. Very, very
Gotta roll low,
good.
guys.
Yeah, roll me another d20, Zinfo.
Make it high. I want 20 enemies.
Okay. Asking you shall receive. I live to serve.
Oh, interesting.
Pretty close.
That's probably not how that works. Just kidding.
So let's see here.
The dragon attacks. Oh shit!
Okay, so very cool. As you guys are traveling along the road, from what you can see, you pass or you begin to approach what looks like a tiny roofed box that seems to be sitting on a 6-foot high pole.
A roofed box on a pole.
Like a birdhouse?
Like Cat in the Hat, like a box in the box.
So yeah, it kind of looks like a barn with an open front, sitting up top a 6-foot high pole that's been stuck into the ground, just perched alongside the road.
What the heck is that thing? Is that a birdhouse?
How are you guys?
Maybe we should check it for traps.
Approaching it, ignoring it, moving around it.
I'll peek inside.
There could be secrets in here.
Sure. So, you walk up to it, and you notice it seems to, obviously it's very odd. How tall is Thornbur?
I think 6 foot. I think that's what I wrote down. Or 6 foot a little bit.
Okay. So, considering that the top of the box actually starts at 6 feet, you kind of have to get onto your tippy toes to like look inside. And from what you notice, when you do so, like I said, the front of it is all open-faced, and otherwise it appears like a little tiny house, maybe about 2 feet wide or so. And from what you can see inside, you see an intricate, what's it called? Drawing of the portfolio of a man wrapped in what looks like a billowy cloak. It's more so a painting than a drawing. And the man itself has long, wispy white hair that seems to be like all blowing about him. And he seems to also be in mid-stride. And I'd like you to, and you do notice also there, built into the house itself is what looks like a shallow wooden bowl. And inside of it, you can see that there's some debris and even a cobweb, a couple of cobwebs in the corner of the inside of the little tiny house atop the pole. But you can make me a religion check if you like.
Okay.
Is there any birds in there? I want to pet them.
Yeah, you have no idea what this is.
Wait, Thornbur
It
has a
seems
negative
like
one in
some sort of a
religion?
shrine to a god,
told you I
but
don't
you
read
don't.
much.
But you don't recognize the god.
Can I look at it?
Yeah, anybody can look at it. So anybody who peeks inside sees the same exact thing, and you can make a check.
Some kind of mini shrine.
So Kareem, even though your area where you're from doesn't worship the normal Forgotten Realms gods.
He knows a lot about gods.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, because you're proficient, right?
Yeah, I am proficient.
Yeah. So somehow you know a lot about gods, and you recognize this god as being the god of travelers, otherwise known as the Rider of Winds, whose official name is Shandakul.
Is he good?
Is he normally a good god? Is that what you're asking?
Well, he's traveler, so he's probably not bad.
He's neither good nor evil. The stories about him say that he helps travelers, and that, but his nature is chaotic as the winds.
Oh, I like this god.
You would.
Well, it's just this god who's we're traveling, chaotic as the winds, you know.
It's raining and thundering.
And you sure know a lot about gods for a guy who doesn't know how to pray.
Well, I know how to pray. We learned a lot of this. I mean, where I'm from, it's very, very strict when it comes to religion. There's a certain pantheon that they tend to talk about over there. But, you know, knowing me, I kind of veered off of that pantheon and looked at other places.
Well, yeah. Cool. Good to have
Anyway.
you.
There's a little something in there. I don't know what. But... Make a little offering in the box.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything evil about this. I don't really know what to make of it.
What would a traveling god like? What can we give them?
Random trinkets.
Do we have anything in our satchel? Are you carrying that, Zerana?
Yep.
You could give him that werewolf urn. I'm sure he loves it.
No.
I mean, that is a pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let's see, little trinkets in here. Little trinkets.
Do we still have that urn?
Yes.
Yeah, bronze urn with the ashes.
How big is this teddy bear? Can I fit this giant teddy bear?
You have a giant teddy bear? Why?
What? We do?
An old teddy bear with buttons for eyes, roughly sewn clothes that softly crackles when handled and contains a collection of notes listing things its giant owner fears from the giant, one of the hill giants.
I don't have that on my end. Oh, is it a trinket?
Yeah.
Ooh, how about that compass? I feel like that's something that the traveling god would like.
Oh, you're right.
What are we even doing?
We're making out. Here, give him the
You have a compass? How cool is that?
It's a stone-carved compass that always points to the nearest, most recent landslide or avalanche.
That sounds useful.
That's pretty useful.
No, is it useful?
Yeah?
Well, we're not using it, whether or not it's useful.
I don't think this is useful at all. I mean,
Where's it
this
currently
could point,
pointing to?
anywhere in the world.
Yeah, Joe, which direction is it pointing in?
Very good question. Let's see here. It is pointing in a eastern direction.
Oh, that's where we're headed.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
There's giants over that way. Look at that. That's useful. Give me the teddy bear again.
I don't know what we're doing. Should we keep moving on?
I'll
Yes.
find a pretty rock, and then I'll put it in there. A rock that I like.
So
Investigation.
you how are you actually? Well, it doesn't matter. Just be aware that it's 6 feet off the ground. So you get some help from one of your companions, and you try to find a pretty rock. Why don't you go ahead and make me a we'll say a perception check, an active one. Yeah. Yeah, you find a rock. It's all muddy, and it's not very pretty looking at all, but you know,
Like
hey, it's a rock.
I wipe it off and I set it in there.
All right,
A
as you
rock?
kind of like try to
What
put
is
it
this?
onto the bowl, you see that there is some like physical force that is actually kind of shoving your hand away, as if it does not want the rock at all.
Well,
Sorry.
we
Try the
tried.
compass. Try the compass.
Well, that's useful though.
I take the compass and I put it in.
Oh well.
You know that you get no resistance at all when you put the compass in there and you drop it onto the plate, and you you feel a large rush of wind suddenly like pop out of the shrine itself, and it just like blows you back, Kareem, so that you land like on your back in the mud on the road. But as you do so, and you kind of get the wind knocked out of you for a brief moment, you feel this kind of odd serenity come across you, and this like energy boil up within you for a moment that quickly dies down.
Ugh, what was that?
That usually happens to you. I'm not surprised.
This isn't funny.
Nice.
I could have just got killed.
Well, you're not.
That's true.
You're a little funny.
Looked more like a blessing to me. I think he
What was
liked
that?
your offering.
That is correct.
Am I super fast now?
That is pretty cool. Compass.
I move forward. Try to run.
So you do so, and you realize that you have this like odd kind of like itch on your calf. It's almost like this like burning sensation, but not painful in any way.
Okay. I itch it?
It itches. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely
Do you
itch
have
it.
any tattoos,
No.
Ryan? No. Okay.
Do I now, though?
All right. Well, if you pull up your pant leg and you look actually at your calf, you do notice that the same drawing that was in the shrine itself has now tattooed itself onto your leg.
Holy shit, guys, look at this.
Whoa.
I have an old man on my leg.
He likes you.
The heck? Am I super fast now? I jump in the air.
So you jump in the air, and you feel this like magical energy sort of coursing through you. And just give me a moment.
Oh shit.
Give me a moment. Sorry this is taking so long, but
No worries.
okay, there you go. This is what you got, Kareem.
Huh.
Stylish.
Freedom of movement off for 8 hours. The one-time
Oh,
use.
sorry, I completely typoed there, but
I only could do it once. Forever. And I just used it.
you didn't use it. You did not use it.
So what is freedom of movement? What's that do?
It's like you don't get any opportunity attacks, I think. And you can.
Oh,
I
that's
think
cool.
that's the.
Sounds like that.
I think you can't be grappled or restrained, maybe.
Yeah, so
Describe
if
the
you
illusion.
click on the little eye at the top there, that brings up the SRD, and then you can see what the freedom of movement spell does. But just in case, there you go. Just ignore the part about touching a willing creature, because it only affects you.
Is it really only a one-time use, or is that a typo?
It's one time.
The blessing is a one-time use thing.
Okay. So will the tattoo go away if I do it?
You don't know. It's pretty cool though.
Hmm.
And it itches, but not
Maybe I'll
in a
never notice.
annoying way. It just itches like you know it's there. You know that you can use it. Maybe the itching will go away, hopefully, when you finally do use it.
I won't forget about this.
But if you've ever had a tattoo, you know that after a tattoo, when your skin starts to heal, it itches like a bitch for like, a few days. So that's kind of like the same feeling.
That's crazy. That that blessing that Seraphina gave us. That one didn't have any tattoo.
Do you
No,
have
it did
that
not.
too?
It was more of a blessing in your heart.
I can't. Yeah, I can't say. Can't say I'm not a little bit jealous. But hey, now you got two blessings on you, Kareem. We all got that blessing of heroism, right?
That is right. Yeah. Except for those who have used it.
Wait, what was that blessing? I don't remember that.
Oh, that was the blessing of heroism. This one.
Did I use it?
You did not use it.
You gain
Huh.
10 temporary hit points that last for an hour. And you get the effect of a bless spell
Oh, that's cool.
for an hour.
Well, I think it's time for us to move on.
It is. It is. Assuming that you're doing nothing else with the roadside shrine of Shandakul. But it is currently day 3 of travel on
What are we
Myrtle the 15th. What'd you say?
I said, wait, where are we? And I'm like, come out of a daze. I've been looking at a note for a long time. I think I figured it out. What'd you guys do?
You figured out your no?
Yes. Yes.
What's
Been
the
working
answer?
on it. Well, it's another riddle.
Oh,
But at least I deciphered decipher.
That's right.
wow, you did that.
On to step 4.
Did you actually really do a riddle then, and decipher something?
That's what I've been doing this whole time.
Nice.
Since I got the note.
Interesting, Zinfel. Congrats. What's the ROW?
That's part of the riddle. I gotta look at the book.
Maybe it's the Ring of Winter?
Who is the author?
Winter doesn't have any fingers.
Need a neck brace.
I guess.
Well, it's off to the tower.
Well, the rest of your day passes by uneventfully, and soon enough, the thunderstorm begins to die down as night begins to fall. I assume that Airman is doing the same effect that he did yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright, so as I said earlier, due to the horrible weather you encountered, you only really traveled about 15 miles. But you're almost there. You're almost to the actual intersection of the road with the Tribord Trail. So, you begin to set up watch. And does anybody want to do anything during their watch?
I guess I'll just keep doing alchemy. Keep
Cream's
working on
not
that
gonna-
crater.
Cream's not gonna do anything.
Okay. So Zorana, during your watch, please roll me a d20. Okay. And the night passes by uneventfully. Thankfully.
No, not thankfully. Let's fight some shit.
Well, you gotta roll to fight some shit.
Roll better.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so day 4 begins. You begin to travel along the road. Let's see here. Number 5, Zinfel, you can roll me a d20.
Damn it.
Oh, nice. So, at some point during your travel, you actually get to the intersection of the road, and you see a bunch of signs. One sign says to the north is Neverwinter. Another sign says to the south is the city of Leylon, which I'm going to reveal now. And then you see another sign that says Phandalin to the east.
Phandalin.
And then under Phandalin, you also see another sign that says Tribor.
That's the one we want.
Let's go that way.
All right. So let's see here. You traveled about 15 miles to get to that point, and then another 15 miles along the road. So you're making progress. All right.
Oh yeah.
You bed down for the night on day. This is the night of day 4 on Myrtle the 16th.
Aren't we glad we took the road? This would have taken months by forest. Months, I'm sure.
It's only been 4 days. Come on. Okay. I don't know why I keep rolling 5 on 1d5, but Zinfel, roll me again. Another d20.
Six.
Oh. Okay. So, another night passes by uneventfully. And that was Myrtle. It is now Myrtle the 17th on day 5. Okay. So, I know this is a little boring, but we're trying to move it along. So, Emin, roll me a d20, please.
A 0.
Do that again?
How do you roll a d20? It's /roll d20 space.
Oh, not 1d20.
You could type 1d20 too, that's fine.
It's not doing it. Where's the space go?
Between the roll and the d20.
Roll space.
It's also under the measuring stick to the left.
Yeah. All right. So you travel another 30 or so miles along the road, along the Tribor Trail, as again, it's uneventful. But at some point, you do pass an intersection that says to the south is Phandalin. Assuming that you guys passed that intersection and continue on east, you do travel 30 miles along the trail. But just in case, I will reveal Phandalin. Okay. So give me a moment. You're getting there. Okay. So you are now roughly here. Alright, so you bed down for the night. Okay.
So if I'm doing alchemy during my watches, how many days, like traveling time, does it take me to finish these potions?
It says for the greater, it's 2 days.
Yeah, that's right. And you started it on day 2?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that means that on day 5, that one is ready, and you can start something else. And by the way, Kareem, during your watches, you can use that time to like split up your smithing if you wanted to.
Sure, yeah, I'll be working on smithing.
When you're not poisoning yourself, of course.
Of course. So that one night that I was poisoning myself doesn't count. But the
Yeah.
other nights, I could have been smithing.
Yep, and you've done 4 nights already, so... I'm sorry, this will be now the 5th night, so this would be like the completion of 8 hours of work.
see. Let me read up on the rules again. It's been a while.
But Kareem, actually, during your watch, something may happen. So I need you to roll a d20.
Okay, sure. Perfect. Nice, solid. 20.
Nice solid 20. Nothing happens. Trust me, you don't want things to happen.
I want things to happen.
They're not all good like that blessing of Shandukal.
I guess I would have asked one of my teammates. Anybody want me to modify one of their weapons?
Mine's pretty good.
Anybody have non-magical weapons that they want to be
I don't know
Can you
what
make
magic?
Can you make armor nice?
I don't think it works with armor.
Yeah, I already got a nice magic weapon, but thank you.
I don't know. What can you do with a bow?
I could make it much better.
I mean, it's pretty nice looking, but you can have a go at it. Just don't break it.
As long as I don't roll a 1.
Well, on this night, you are able to make another smithing check, if you wish. What is the effect that you're going for?
I'm gonna do modify an existing weapon, and I'm gonna do it to her bow.
Alright, so modifying the existing weapon means you have to roll a DC 15, and you're increasing essentially the base damage die.
Yep, and I'm using my inspiration. I put it on the map. It's probably in the ocean. Right. It's black for me. I can't really see. Okay.
So, just be aware that because it's a bow, you're actually only modifying ammunition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So it'd be like a set of 20 arrows.
Yeah.
But you do succeed. So essentially you've made her 20 arrows that do, instead of 1d8, they do 1d10.
Nice.
And let's see, how much do arrows cost? Anyone know? I'll have to look this up.
I think it's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Alright, let me look that up, because that's going to detract from the cost of the how much raw materials you have.
Arrows are 1 gold per 20.
There you go. So you have 1 gold less now.
Okay.
143 gold left of materials.
Cool.
Cool. Alright, so day 5 night passed by uneventfully. And at this point, did you start something else, Thornburg?
Yeah, I'm gonna make. Nah, I'll just make another potion of greater healing. Okay.
By the way,
that would be good.
I don't know if everybody can do this or not, but because we started half an hour later, I can play half an hour later, so we don't have to finish at 11:30.
Works for me.
Yeah.
I'm good. Sounds
Is
good.
that fine with you, Jay?
That's good.
All right, good. Okay, so I'm sorry. What potion did you just start?
Just another greater healing potion. Unless somebody wants something else.
Can't go wrong with
The
that.
poison sounds kind of cool.
I'm not giving you poison. Sorry, I don't know why I even bought that damn recipe.
Actually,
I didn't really understand what it was. I got confused and I just bought it.
We got it to make him give him a smile.
I'll give you a
You could-
potion of poison resistance.
I could use one of those greater healing potions.
Yeah, here, take the one I just made.
Oh, something happens.
Thank you.
Alright, so I just start another one then.
Okay, roll me a d20. Zorana. An 18 this time.
How much does a greater healing potion weigh? One? Probably
Ooh.
one.
So, Zarana, during your travel along the
Mhm.
Tribor Trail, as you guys are moving along, you do see giant muddy footprints. A ton of them.
Oh,
All
shit.
littering the road and the surrounding road.
Hey, that could be those giants the lady was talking about that are attacking on the road.
On the road again.
Yeah.
It's probably not good. They're probably vandalizing something.
Those darn kids.
Giants. Kids.
Can you see like how long? I know you're pretty good with tracks and stuff. Can you see like how long ago they walked past here?
Yeah, I can check that. Survival check, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Very good. So you can tell that the tracks were made after the rainstorm, because they are muddied, and it's been about a day since. Actually, I'm sorry. It's been about 2 days since that really bad thunderstorm. Actually, I'm sorry. That actually happened on day 3, and you're currently on day 6. So it has been 3 days. So your best guess is that it happened about 3 days ago. Maybe 2.
So it was maybe 2 or 3 days ago. There seems like obviously there were a ton of giants.
Yeah. There's
What
also
direction is it
There's
going?
also a couple of other things that you notice because you rolled so high. One, you can tell that the tracks themselves appear to be kind of like treaded soles. So that's a little interesting. And on top of that, they seem to be of 2 different sizes, although they're both giant sized. When I say 2 different sizes, imagine like, the difference between a size 8 and a size 11 shoe. So you can tell that much.
There's giants and giant are giants. So probably a leader of some sort.
Now, to determine what kind of giants, that's a little bit harder, and you may need to make a nature check for that.
That is my favorite enemy, and I get advantage or something on that. What was it? You have advantage on some information about them. Oh wait, that's saving throws.
and the tracks themselves, they seem to lead into this because now you're kind of approaching it. You can see off in the southwest what looks like a set of mountains, and before the mountains are a lot of what look like rocky hills. And anybody can choose to make a history check if you want to know specifically what mountains those are.
If I can make history and nature, I'll make a nature check. Pretty good.
Wow. All right. So first, Zinfel, you recognize those mountains as being known as the Sword Mountains. Okay. And the hills themselves are the same as the Star Meadow Hills. They just happen to extend to the Sword Mountains as well. In terms of your nature check, this is what your best guess is. These look like the tracks of stone giants. The reason being based off of the size and the fact that these are treaded shoes, which make moving around mountainous terrain easier.
Probably a ton of stone giants in that direction.
think somebody just turned on their AC or fan.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. You can have your AC on.
No, that's my fan. I got
What
food.
is it headed towards? I guess the northeast. Is that where they're walking towards the tracks?
It looks like more like they're headed east.
Direct east. Oh yeah, towards the hills, mountains. That might be towards the tower.
Yeah, and in fact, the concentration of footsteps around here maybe looks like they came to the road and for some reason decided to turn around back into the hills.
Maybe they were spooked.
What spooks a giant?
Dragons.
They heard the stone swarm were coming.
A bigger giant.
Flying giant.
Flying giants. Cloud giants?
I guess flying. You can on clouds.
Is there such thing as giants with wings? I guess that's just a dragon.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my god. It's a
Not
scary
so much.
world out there.
Wonder what it would taste like.
Dragons.
Alright, well, shall we continue?
All right, so you're moving on from this spot then?
I hope we don't run
I
into
suppose.
stone giants.
Okay, so you're gonna bed down for the night. And Zinfel again, I need you to make me a D20 roll, please. Okay, so the night passes by uneventfully.
Cool.
That is not okay.
Somebody's music. All right. So, let's see here if anything happens on the seventh day. Kareem, please make me a roll. Fucking Kareem. All right, Kareem. Why don't you roll me a D20 roll, please? A 17. Okay. So as you're traveling along, you see an odd sight, Kareem. You see what looks like somebody sitting Indian style, kind of next to a rocky outcropping to the south. And they seem to be dressed in a very dirty robe with the hood all the way up. And you can't make out their features from this distance, but they don't seem to have noticed you. They don't seem to be moving, and on top of that, you don't see any skin either because they're completely enveloped by this robe.
Hello, traveler.
Oh, they're kind of off the road, so like deeper south, like into the foothills themselves. You can just kind of barely spot them out from like 200 feet, maybe 200 yards away.
Friends, do you see that? It looks like there's a man over there.
Man.
Well,
What?
a person. I'm not sure if it's a man.
Oh man.
Wandering cloaked figures. Yeah, that looks
Maybe
trustworthy.
we should talk to them.
Should probably make sure they're okay, right?
Yeah.
No.
He's in a coma. I don't know why.
Maybe he can't breathe under all of those robes.
It's a cultist.
Maybe we should kill him. I don't know.
What? No.
Let's
What
save
if
that one
he's-
for last.
What if it's evil?
It's a pretty cool day today, too, by the way. It's like a 53 degrees.
53. Oh.
Feels great.
It's kind of cold, a little chilly.
I'm in a jacket.
Well, I'm heading over there if you guys want to come with me.
Yeah.
Oh no, I would prefer to watch the train wreck from here.
All right, so Kareem starts walking on over.
Yeah.
Thornburg with them.
I have a bow.
It feels
so-
perfect.
Are they still holding hands?
No.
If he's reaching for it,
So the rest of you guys are kind of hanging back on the road? Is that it?
Yep.
Oh yes.
Sure. So you walk up to the guy, and when you start to get within maybe about 20 or 30 feet, the wind picks up a little bit, and you catch a whint of like some really, really rank body odor.
Whew.
But this guy is alive, because as you approach, you can see that he raises his head slightly, and from what you can see, you see a very dirty. It's kind of hard to judge his age, but immediately you kind of think that he's old because he's got like a very dirty face. You know, the whites of his eyes are seen just kind of in between the soot and dirt that's covering his face, and he's got this like really long beard that you now notice is almost the same color as his robe, but it's streaked with gray, and really, really crusty looking, like as if it's mud caked. And he looks ancient, you know, like I said, old, but it's kind of difficult to tell really how old he is because he's so dirty. And he squints up at you and just looks at you blankly for a moment and then closes his eyes.
Hello, old man. Are you okay?
He begins to hum.
I start humming too.
Then he starts to chant almost like you guys ever seen like a Buddhist monk type of chant, like this deep chanting that they do that kind of sounds rhythmic but really has no words to it. That's what he starts to do. I can't do it myself, but you can imagine it.
I try to imitate him.
Oh, it's impossible. I mean, this guy's clearly practiced with this chant of his.
Okay, well, I
But
I do
as
it very
you
badly.
notice that he has changed rhythm, you see that he takes his hands and he's got these really long, grimy fingernails, and kind of like really sun-scorched skin, but browned, not sunburned. And he puts them together in like a triangle shape in front of him.
I do it
You need-
also.
Okay.
Do you need our help, sir? You look not well.
He starts chanting some more. He just continues the same mantra that he did before, but otherwise doesn't seem to be responding to your questions or attempts to imitate him.
All right, maybe he seems happy here.
He's casting death magic on you.
No. All right, let's have a good day, sir. Just walk away.
Is he's in front of a cave or something? Or what's going on?
He's got his back against a rocky outcropping within the hills themselves.
Okay. So it's just rocks.
Just essentially rocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
I
he's
walk
got
away.
anything on him, you can't tell because his cloak is so enveloping. Not his cloak, his robe.
Do you want some food or water?
He stops for a moment, and then he goes back to chanting. And as he's doing so, you see him peek out one eye, and he looks at Kareem for a moment, and then he goes back to chanting.
I'm gonna do something stupid.
Thornber's already walked away at this point. I want to make that clear.
I take out my water skin. And I splash him.
Like you kind of just pour water on him? Like you
Splash,
squeeze
it's
it?
not- Yeah, you know,
A little bit of.
Where, at his face or at his feet?
face.
He stops his chanting and he like licks his dried, cracked lips. And then he looks at you and he says in a very deep voice, he says, I haven't had any water for 6 days. Until now.
Well, I'm happy to oblige.
And he opens his eyes at this point and like looks at you. Even the rains did not allow me to drink. And now you have come along and ruined that. He puts his hands on his knees at this point.
Right. I'm going to walk away now.
Yes, maybe that's for the best. And he just looks at you. Very, very serious.
There must be something here. Whatever. I walk away.
Okay. Well, as you're walking away, you can hear him begin to chant again. And you walk back up to the group, and anybody who was watching that ordeal sees that the guy places his hands from his knees back into a triangle position above him.
I yell back, "You're welcome!"
All right. So you're back on the road.
That was so pointless.
Are you guys doing anything else? You're leaving that dude alone?
Yep. Moving on.
Moving on.
What's the point of that? Joey, I don't understand you.
You rolled a random encounter, man. That's what it is. You met an actual person and when you decide to pour water on him. What do you want from me?
He wasn't responding to anything.
Maybe you just didn't ask the right questions. Anyway, so you travel your full 30 miles. And why don't you guys roll me, hold on a second, as you bed down for the night. Zirana, roll me a d20, please. Okay. So the night passes by uneventfully. And that was the night of day 7.
So I finished another potion
Um,
after that, or do I still
yes,
need another
that's
day?
right. Yep. You just finished your last, that third one.
Cool.
Third or fourth, maybe.
Third. I think it was. Or no, maybe fourth, because I did a day before
That's right.
we started.
Yep. So
Okay,
you've
so yeah,
made
so-
you made 4.
Wow. All right, let me take off the gold. Cool.
All right, good. So on day 8, as you're traveling along the trail, continuing or trying to see something that maybe marks the position, you do see that there is a rickety old sign sticking on the side of the road. And as you're looking at the sign, you can tell that there seems to be like an arrow that's pointing south, and drawn on it is what looks like a single watchtower made of stone.
That looks promising.
That looks like the place.
Lady did say there was a sign to Stardew Hills?
We're here.
Star Meadow Hills?
That's right, you are finally here. Are you heading now deeper into the hills?
Yes.
Yeah, let's.
Follow that trail.
Well,
Yeah, except that there is no trail, from what you could tell. But as you begin to walk in a southern direction, within an hour or so of traveling, you notice that there are signs of giant tracks again.
Similar tracks before.
Oh yeah, yeah. From what you could tell, they are kind of meandering about, not walking in any one particular direction. And then as you're kind of crouched and looking at them and confirming that this is the same tracks that you saw along the road many miles back, a sudden rumble starts to permeate your ears, and you feel the ground slightly shaking before you.
Oh,
What was that?
might have something.
You guys are all looking at each other like, holy shit, is it an earthquake? And you can see like the little pebbles along the ground of the rocky kind of hillish terrain that you're in, start to dance. And that's when everybody starts to spot something on the horizon to the south. From what you could tell, it seems like something is rising into the air at an astoundingly quick rate. And are you guys doing anything at this point? Are you moving toward it? Because you don't you can't really make out what it is, except that it appears to be something stone, cylindrical, and large.
Draw
So
my
giant.
bow.
yeah, I guess just get ready for action.
Sure. So as you begin jogging in that direction, moving toward there, what you can see as you're moving along is something seems to be rising up out of the ground. And what you thought was, this kind of stone cylindrical shape appears to be much more. From what you can tell, it looks like a giant stone hand, about 300 feet high, is reaching up out of the earth itself.
What the?
What?
Yes.
Can everybody see the map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Moog.
What are these things on? And around it.
Yes. So, I'll explain the scene as you guys are approaching. From what you could tell, you can see what looks like these reddish-black hawks that seem to be flying chaotically around the thumb section of the actual giant stone hand that's rising up out of the ground. And they seem to be squawking at what looks to be a hill giant, from what you can tell, because you recognize hill giants from your time in Golden Fields, that is in the crook of the thumb of the giant hand that's rising up out of the ground, kind of trying to swat away the birds, the hawks, from what you could tell. And at this point, I'm going to need initiative. But don't roll it, because I have something nifty to do that.
oh, you have the Roll20 GM thing where you can like make it all do it once or something.
Yes. Let's see if that works. So I think I need to like select everybody at once. So give me a moment.
So does anyone see anything? Because I just see like this huge black blob.
Up
Directly
to the top
north.
right. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay, I see. I see.
Did you just say all you see
I
is
need
a
to zoom
huge
out more.
black blob?
Yeah. Because in the middle is like this huge thing right here. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Is that a mountain?
Is that
Oh my
huge
God.
thing the hand that's coming out of the ground?
Is that no? That's a
No,
tower.
no.
The hand is over there.
Yeah, the hand's
Right?
like when you go higher up. It's on the top right of the map.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
And what you're actually looking at, that area that's blocked by your dynamic lighting, is actually the wrist of the hand. That is ground level.
Oh.
Does that make sense
Yeah.
to everybody now?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That
Oh,
giant thing
okay.
is the
Yeah,
hand.
yeah.
So you're kind of looking at the map from two vantage points. Is the
I see
best
it
way
now,
to describe it.
I
don't
see what's
feel
going
like
on.
this is a good fight.
You want to get smacked by a hand?
I don't want to get near that thing.
I don't think the hand's gonna move.
Did that work? Yes, it did. Very sweet. I'm gonna remove relics from the
Nice.
order here.
Oh, really?
Relics, attack!
Yeah, relics shouldn't really be in the order. Oh, and that little box, by the way, that blue box that's surrounding you guys can be anywhere in that box. I just kind of put you there, but you can choose to be anywhere you want. Another thing, too, that I need to do, just bear with me. Okay, good. That seemed to have worked.
I have advantage on initiative.
Ah,
I don't
you have
think we should be-
advantage?
Yep.
So, because you have advantage on initiative, I need you to roll again and then I'll just replace your number if you roll higher. Oh, that worked. Okay, good. Now let me do some sorting here. Good. So it seems like the order is good to go. Alright, so just give me a moment because I need to go to the restroom real quick. And then first up in the order is really going to be Thornburr, okay?
Okay.
So you can start thinking about your turn.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to confuse.
Giant hen.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom as well. I'll be right back.
My hand is
Do you think we
like-
can defeat this thing? Or do you think we should run?
I don't think the hand itself is what we need to beat. It's just like a structure.
Oh, it's not a like a
It's not an actual like
enemy?
giant. I assume,
Oh yeah, you're right. It doesn't have an order.
but there is a giant on top of it.
Ha. Hiya.
That would be fucking scary though if it just kind of smacked down. Don't go on the the front or behind it, I guess. Don't get smacked. Where did I put? Books. No, I didn't.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, if you guys need to take a little break, if you know, feel free to do so if you wish.
I'm okay right now.
I'm good.
I just did.
Alright. Alright, so wait, before you do anything, Thornburr, I need to roll a couple of other things first. So first, just some housekeeping stuff. The hawks themselves, can you actually see the number of the hawk? Or those little flight icons next to the hawk?
Yeah, 125, 135.
So what those actually mean is that that's how many feet off the ground it is. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So it's 125, if it says 125, it's 125 feet off the ground. And you do see that the hawks are numbered, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, 4-3. I can't see.
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
1, 2,
yeah.
3, 4.
Correcto. Okay. So first, just give me a second because I need to roll something. Oh, bear with me for a moment. Oh, God damn it.
Is that hand like alive?
No, it appears to be made out of stone.
It's just a structure.
Yeah, it's actually, it doesn't look like it's alive. But it is definitely covered in dirt and bits of stone. In fact, you can see it crumbling as if it literally just like finished rising up out of the ground. And you notice that the ground all around the wrist section of the hand is all broken up, as if this just happened like literally right now. And the thing that you saw before, like I said, that cylindrical stone thing that rose up into the air, was literally the point of its index finger.
Is it moving?
Is it moving? The hand?
It just
Yeah.
moved out of the ground.
No, no, no. It doesn't look alive and it doesn't look animated in any way. At least for now, it looks like it stopped moving.
Yeah, it just like rose out of the ground.
But it
it's
is
not, like,
fucking
grabbing
huge.
her.
I mean, it's 300 feet tall.
And it has doors?
From this vantage point where you guys currently are on the map, you do not see any doors.
There, we saw a person on top of the thumb.
A giant.
Kind of in between the thumb and the forefinger, but yes.
So those aren't doors that we see on the sketch. One at the base of the wrist, one crock of the thumb.
It could be.
It could be. You're just not on the right side of the wrist to be able to see that. You do notice that the fingers themselves, though, have fingernails, and the one on the middle finger, I'm sorry, the middle finger is the highest finger. The one on the middle finger appears to be, perhaps like it could be a door. And that part of the finger, now that you notice it, does look less worn or less dirty than the rest of the hand. Leading you to believe that maybe that part of the finger was the exposed above ground part. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Any questions with
Raise
that?
the power.
So yes, what begins to become obvious to you is that, you know, somebody perhaps raised the tower. Anyway, so you can kind of see the back of the giant that I called Moog before. Oh, I'm sorry, the hill giant that we're just going to call Moog for now. But you can see that whatever's happening, you see all of a sudden that she gets struck by a giant boulder. And you have no idea what direction it came from.
I look up.
Just throwing
Except that a boulder like hits her and then you know, falls 120 feet to the ground as it like sinks into the earth with a solid thud after it struck her. Does that make sense? Okay. And now I'm going to roll for the Bloodhawks here, who also are apparently attacking her as well.
Huh.
This was the giant in question that
Oh.
Navarro was talking about.
Yep. And although I didn't do that publicly, I'll fix that right now. But one of the hawks actually does manage to hit her as well, as it digs its beak into her flesh, and you can kind of hear her complaining about it in a guttural giant language, like "Leave me alone." All right, Thornbur, now you're up.
Okay.
Oh, something just housekeeping wise. If you're done with your turn, you'll see that there's a little EOT next to your name, Thornbur. Do you see that? On the journal? I mean, not on the journal, but on the chat window.
Oh, yep, yep.
When you're done with your turn, you just hit that little button.
Oh, okay. Nice. So I'm going to cast Bless at 3rd level on all of us. And so that gives us an extra D4 to any attack rolls or saving throws. And then I'm gonna walk over to Emin and be like, "Good luck," and put out my hand to shake it.
You just want to get high.
And I like look very desperate, kind of. Like, please shake my hand.
I tap the palm with my index finger, just in case there's a big shock.
Oh yeah. These guys get that electric shock between you again, where that divine spark that Emin has, seeps that energy right into Thornbur, allowing Thornbur to regain his 3rd level spell. By the way, you'll notice that because it's Thornbur's turn, he's got that little kind of aura around him.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
To make it more obvious that it's your turn.
Yeah, I like that. Thanks, bud. Great. That was wonderful.
Yeah,
All right, so did that hit everybody
Talk
with the
about this
bless?
next
Yeah, Bless. Yep, I had level 3, so that's 5 people. So that gets all of us.
So that's you. Gets everybody but Winter and Relics, I
sorry.
assume?
Yeah. Everybody but Winter and Relics, exactly. Sorry, the pets. I love them, but you know.
Okay, well, maybe just give me a second here as I set everybody with Bless.
And that's a concentration spell.
Okay. Wish there was a way to set multiple people. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
Did I miss anybody? Who doesn't have the symbol at the moment?
Emin.
Emin doesn't.
Winter.
Oh.
Get it.
Yeah, Winter doesn't get it. And then if you're done with your turn, Thornbur, then you would just hit that, end of turn button. Bam!
There you go.
And now it be Zorana's turn.
Nice.
So obviously it looks like the Bloodhawks are not friendly towards the giant. Right? See
That's,
that?
that's correct, yeah.
So I'm gonna try and help out the giant, and I'm gonna shoot these hawks.
Alright, which one are you trying to shoot?
Shoot number 4 with the new arrows. So it's R1d10.
Aren't hill giants bad?
Good enough. This one could be,
Alright, so on that hawk and a 17 to AC hits.
9 damage.
Very nice. So what happens to the hawk?
Pierces its wing and probably falls on the ground and dies from 125 feet up.
That's right. That's what happens. Alright, anything else?
Nothing more to do.
All right, so if your turn is over, you just hit that EOT button. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Zinfo, you're up.
So we're helping the giant? I know we were here to kill giants.
I don't know what we're
Trying
doing.
to help kill other giants. The
Okay.
bad giants we're concerned about.
Gotcha.
I would think the Bloodhawks are just.
And do you want to fight two things at the same time? Well, 5 things.
Yes. All right. So you killed number 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I will throw a firebolt at number 3 then.
So what's the range on a firebolt?
120 feet.
So that's way out of range because it's 135 feet up. Up.
Oh, it's 135 up. Yes.
Sorry, I should have gotten the further one.
Yeah, even if you were directly below him, you probably couldn't hit him. I don't know how do angles work.
For the most part, just to keep it simple, you know, I don't really pay attention to hypotenuse too much, but if it's important, then I do. But for this, it's not really important. If you're 120 feet away from it on the ground on the map, then you'd be 120 feet away from it. I know it's longer than that, but whatever.
Okay.
A squared, B squared, C squared.
Yeah. A squared, B squared. Let's do some math here. It's basic
Square
geometry.
root of pi over cosine x to the infinity of 0. Eric is probably freaking throwing a conniption fit right now, right?
I have my head resting on my desk.
The limit of 0 is.
All right.
Infinity. Speed on. Go.
We had this teacher in school when we were in college together who taught calculus, and it was very funny. All right, what are you doing, Zinfo?
I'm done.
Oh, you're finished.
I just
Emmett.
moved again.
It's your turn.
The situation's very strange, so I take a minute to assess it, see if there's stone giants coming to attack us. We've seen stone giant tracks, but we have a hill giant and bloodhawks. This whole thing makes no sense, so that's what I'm doing.
So you're doing nothing.
That's what you heard.
Are you readying an action?
I can't help you with that. No, I'm assessing the situation, looking for potential ambushes, other things to come at us.
Are you taking a
Defensive
total?
stance?
Are you taking a defensive action then?
Yeah, we can do that too. Slap that on there.
All right. So just keep that in mind if I decide to attack you, and just hit the EO2 burn if you're done. All right. So Bloodhawk number 1 now attacks the hill giant. Oh. Just give me a second. But misses. And is now on the other side of the map.
Welcome to the other side.
All right, Winter.
I'll have him move closer to Zinfo.
Winter's gonna cast something.
Is he doing anything else?
Nope. Or I guess he can take a dodge action. Yes.
All right,
Dodge
so
action for Winter.
there you go. That's pretty far. All right, so you hit end of turn. Now it's Kareem's turn.
I'm gonna double my speed and I'm gonna end up right there, and that'll be my turn.
All
Yeah.
right, and then you can just hit EOT when you're finished.
Huh.
Okay.
Oh, I see that. Makes sense.
So give me a moment. Bam. So something big and lumbering as the ground kind of shakes comes from behind the wrist of the hand. And let's see what this dude's movement is as you hear heavy, thudded footsteps bounding around. Thump, thump, thump. Kind of like in a half jog. Okay, so 40 feet, we'll put him right there. Ah, that wasn't supposed to happen. Give me a second. Oh, no wonder. I know why now. There you go. Oh, and upon seeing Thornbur and Emin and Zarana, he sees you guys. He's got a big boulder in his hand, and from what you could tell, he looks like to be like a 25 foot tall, gray-skinned, completely bald and bereft of any hair, stone giant. Oh yeah. Just drop this guy into the journal here for a moment, so you can get a full image of what he looks like.
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Does everybody see that?
Yeah.
Oh, how
Wow.
pleasant.
Yeah. So he takes his stone, and he actually picks up one right from the pile right next to him, and he chucks it at Thornbur,
Shit.
Oh shit.
who's 110 feet away. So this is actually going to cause be done with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Oh, so
Make a dex
for
save.
some reason I did not take off whispered rolls, but with disadvantage he rolled AC 18.
That is gonna hit me, no doubt.
Holy shit.
Probably. I mean,
All right, you get a solid like piece of rock thrown at you that just whizzes at the air at an amazing speed, and despite the distance, actually manages to hit you directly into the shoulder for 35 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, Jesus.
And I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Okay.
You're dead.
I get to add a D4 to that.
Yep, you should roll that d4.
Oh wait, although first I gotta make a Constitution saving throw
There's only one, right?
to hold concentration.
Yeah, that is true. You do need that. All right.
All right, 18, half of 35. I think I just.
So half of 35 is 17, and that would be the DC. And you rolled an 18, so you're good.
Nice. Okay, so then let me add the D4.
Nice.
17.
So
was my
somehow
strength.
your feet kind of stumble for a little bit as this rock hits you in the shoulder, causes immense pain to your arm, but you do manage to stay on your feet.
Oh, holy moly.
holy fuck.
Yep. All right. And that was the end of round one. And the guy says in Giant to somebody apparently behind him.
Oh no.
Does anybody actually speak Giant?
Yes.
I do.
All right. So
I speak Infernal.
for those that speak Giant, is just Zinfel and Emin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have one extra language I can learn, but I haven't picked one yet.
All right, just give me a moment. There you go. And let me just do this for Emin too.
Is it good news, Zinfel?
Considering the
friendly,
rock I
right?
was throwing at you guys, no.
Yeah.
He's
All
got
right.
buddies.
Or at least one other person, from what you could tell.
It's gotta be more.
Uh-oh. There were more than one track. Remember? There was a bunch of giants and then gianter giants.
All right. So another one appears there, just slightly behind his friend. Although he did stride a few paces to get there. In other words, he's not attacking this turn. All right. So the second Bloodhawk goes and continues to attack the hill giant up by the thumb. Oh, it manages to dig its beak deep into the hill giant, dealing 7 damage.
Why'd you kill the other friendly Bloodhawk? Jeez.
And then Bloodhawk number 3 also seeing Zinfel, who's got its attention now, begins to move at a very swift pace down toward her. Although it is still pretty high off the ground.
My cat eats birds. Beware.
It's probably
Let me just adjust the height here. Okay. Oh, so
6 feet?
it's not 6. It's actually 60, but I'll fix that because for some reason the zeros don't display, so it's 61 feet off the ground. And that was its its dash action to do that. All right, Thornbird, you're up.
Okay. Holy crap. That was rough.
Don't get hit.
Drink a
I'm gonna
potion.
take one of my potions of greater healing. So that's 4d4 plus 4. I believe. Yes.
We should stick together.
Good thing you made a bunch of those.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
That one
You
Twice.
should use the first
14.
one. Yeah. So you heal 14 as you pull out a potion and quaff it.
Oh god. Alright. And then I'm just gonna yell to Kareem and Zinfel and Winter and say, "Over here, help! Giants!"
stone giants.
No, I see him. There's a giant up here on the thumb and birds.
It's a hill giant.
We're gonna handle it.
You guys got that?
At these birds.
I move over.
I don't see any giants from where I am.
Out of the way, and then I just cast Sanctuary on myself with a bonus action.
All right.
I kind of do it discreetly.
And is Sanctuary a concentration spell?
Oh, I think it is. So actually, oh no, it's not. It's not a concentration.
All right,
Here,
good.
I'll cast it so you can read it. That's right. That's why it's cool.
That's why it's cool. Alright, so any creature that targets you in an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. Perfect. And on a failed save, so what's the DC? Just so that I know.
The DC is 14.
Okay, great. Are you finished? Because then you can hit that EOT button.
Yep. Yes.
Alright, Zorana, you're up.
These stone giants probably aren't friendly against the hill giant. They just hit her with a rock.
They did hit Thornbird with a rock, and her as well.
So the hill giant's probably not our enemy for now. And I'm sure the Bloodhawk's probably the least of our worries. So let's see, I think I can range for this.
I don't even know if I want to go into the range of these giants.
No, definitely not.
I don't have anything that's ranged.
Wait,
I can use you guys.
That's me.
So moving over those rocks in any way is considered difficult terrain.
Dang it. Can't cast a hunter's mark on him. From this far. But I'll move over here still. And I'll shoot Angrog. Stupid bastard.
You can add a
Ah.
D4 to the attack.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll do that. Why not? Look at that.
So unfortunately, a 13 will still miss Angrog as it just goes right past him and into the hilly ground near him. So
Shit.
I assume that from now on you're just using those special arrows that he made you, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so I think you have 18 left.
I'm counting them.
All right, Zinfo, you're done. Zinfo, you're up.
All right. There's a hawk about to attack me, so
It's 61 feet up.
firebolt. It's 120 feet. 19 for
Ooh.
17 fire.
Yeah, what happens?
Well,
Chicken.
it gets charred, and down comes a nice roasted chicken that I start feasting upon.
So that was what number? Number 3. Got it.
The rest.
All right. Anything else? Because if you're done, you hit the ELT button.
I gotta keep moving.
Away from the stone giant.
I don't see stone giants. I see very threatening bloodhawks.
All right. You finished?
Oh yeah, I forgot my.
All right, Emin, you're up.
Come on, Zarana, you can do better than that. Shoot him in the face. So you have inspiration now.
Ryan. Inspiration?
Yeah, you can roll d6 on attack rolls. One attack roll or a save, I think.
Okay. I'll hit him next time.
Yes, attack roll. You can use reaction to roll the die and add it to the number after seeing the roll, but before Joe has said whether it's hit or missed.
Okay.
Could or add it to a damage roll. It's your choice.
Damage roll? Is that what?
Okay.
You can draw a weapon as part of your move action, correct?
I think so.
Okay, so I'll draw my rapier from my staff as I move forward and trace a glyph in the air that I walk through and wraps around me.
You have a sword stick.
It's all full of surprises.
So I just activated the
Yeah, usually you can draw one weapon as part of an attack action or something like that.
Alright, so I draw as part of my move, and I activate Invulnerable Stone as my action.
Which one are you activating again? I'm sorry.
I have resistance to all damage for 1 minute.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Nice.
All right, just make a note of that. And Zarana currently has inspiration, right? I'll indicate that with a little heart icon here. All right, so the Bloodhawk comes in for a swipe on the Hill Giant, but the Hill Giant seemed to try to be ready for it. So with her club in hand, she swings at the Bloodhawk as it approaches. And manages to connect and bat the Bloodhawk
Shit.
out of the way. That was number 1.
2 19s.
Yeah, as
Holy
it
shit.
just explodes and falls to the ground. Yep, and now Winter goes.
Winter will follow Zinfell, probably. Yeah, it's pretty fast. And take another dodge action.
Okay, Kareem.
Well, I hear them yelling, so should probably go and help them. I'm gonna move closer to the wall. I'm sorry, was this one?
Giant hand.
The giant hand wall. Go right there. Is this like? Am I too close to the wall?
You won't be able to move through it anyway. So you're okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah, if you try to move through it, I don't
It
think
doesn't let you.
you'll be able to.
It doesn't let you.
Okay. So I'm against the wall,
That's correct.
and
If you can't see it, then it can't see you.
is it a bonus action to drink?
Is it a bonus action to drink?
I was there.
Like a potion?
No, it's an action.
That's an action?
Yep.
Shit. No, wait, that's fine. I'm gonna drink my potion of invulnerability.
Yeah, sure. All right.
I don't even know really what that does. I think it like lowers damage.
Let's see here. Potion of invulnerability. I do see it in the thing. So it gives you resistance to all damage.
For 1 minute. Okay, that sounds
For
good. to me.
1 minute. So
Yeah.
just make a note of that. And I'll give
10
you a
rounds.
little icon here. I don't know what I'm gonna give you a little lock. How about that? Anything else? If you're done,
Nope.
you just hit the EOT button.
I'm good.
All right. So the creature. So Angrog, one of the stone giants there, he points at Emin and picks up a nearby stone next to him and chucks it at Emin, but maybe not before moving, because he doesn't want to suffer a disadvantage on this attack, and he's not stupid. So let's see how close he can get. Yeah, he's going to move to about there. And then let's see if Emin's within his range. Oh, perfect. So this is not without... this is just as a normal attack, no disadvantage on this.
Rest
With
in
a-
peace, Ed.
With the rock. So it looks like
Holy-
AC 18 for 28 bludgeoning damage, and you need to make a strength saving throw of DC 17.
I'm immune to the prone condition.
Ah, sweet! So don't need to make the save, and I think you only take 14 damage, correct?
You are correct, sir.
Very nice. As you see this rock like hit Emin, and his feet like stay exactly where they are. He doesn't stumble at all. And as the rock hits Emin, although Emin does look like he took damage from it, the rock just like shatters all around him into a shower of, sparks and particles. And I believe Angrog is done. That was the end of round 2. And it's midnight, so I'm gonna stop it here, put it on pause till we play next session and continue.
Oh, nice. Oh, man.
All right.
Holy moly.
This is your first taste of a real giant fight, right? Aside from
jeez.
outside of Golden Fields.
Those boulders, man, that's rough.
So remember what I told you guys, shit gets really hard from this point.
Yeah, Emmett looked
Yeah.
pretty cool just now.
Yeah, that potion. Or no, that was the. Yeah, that was a cool spell.
Yeah. So, just want to make a quick note on some of the stuff that people currently have on them,
Mm-hmm.
just so that I'm aware. Emin, what was the name of your ability again that gave you resistance? I don't have it in front of me.
1 second.
Alright, but definitely Kareem has got a potion of invulnerability.
I like invincibility better.
The thing is, you're not really invulnerable.
Invincible.
You're just extra adorable.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Zarana's got inspiration, right?
And bless. No wait, I used bless.
Bless that's a spell that I maintain concentration on.
Oh,
So it
so
just goes until I
keep
lose
using
concentration
it.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Bardic Inspiration's 1d6, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And then what was the name of your shit, Emin?
Invulnerable stone.
Invulnerable Stone. Here. Anybody else have any other effects on them?
I have the spell Bless.
Yep.
Um,
I'm not gonna write that
Yeah,
down
cast
because
it for a round.
it's pretty obvious on everybody.
yeah. It only lasts a minute though. I have a question about how that works with spells. Like, when I cast Bless on the first round,
Mm-hmm.
does
That means
mean
that
it
on
goes-
round 11, it's gone.
Okay, so like starting round 11, it's gone.
Mhm.
Got it.
Yeah, I'll make a note that you cast it
All right, so
on
it's already
first
been
rounds.
2 rounds. Yeah, it's already been 2 out of 10 rounds. So we
Yeah.
have 8 rounds left with
Yeah,
Bless.
so when your turn hits on round 11, it's
Yeah.
gone.
Cool.
Assuming you don't lose concentration before that.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, Zrana,
Okay, cool.
I pointed this out earlier, but you know you get an extra attack, right? At Ranger 5?
No, that's different because I'm the revised ranger.
Oh, and the Beastmaster, I don't
Yeah.
think gets it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
the
think.
extra attack goes to your pet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
It's
Action
not a good
economy.
choice.
That's not a good choice?
No. I was asking if it was a choice. Like, you have the option to attack or command your pet.
Winter is his own thing, and it's a coordinated attack is, I guess, a feature of Beastmaster. On my turn, if Winter is also close enough to attack something, he will also attack on my turn, but Winter also has his own turn
Aha.
on top of that.
So, what do you guys think of the whole scripting thing?
It's
What do
pretty
you mean?
nice.
Scripting thing.
for the-
Good order in the end turn.
The
thing.
combat
Yeah.
stuff?
I
Yeah.
thought it was
That's
cool.
cool.
and the auras you think are interesting or not really?
Do
There-
feel pretty
Oh.
magical.
Yeah, I mean, like, you see how Winter's got that big green circle around them and Thornbur's kind of yellowish right now?
Yeah, I saw that. I noticed that.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
I'm sure if we get really low, it turns red or something, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, I like that.
That's pretty cool.
Alright, cool. So, we'll be playing again in a couple weeks on July 11th.
Yes.
Alright, good stuff. Good night, everyone.
Alright, good
Sounds
night. Have a happy July 4th. Be safe.
Yeah. Thanks for running, Joe. That was fun.
Alright, thanks.
Good night.
See you guys.
Good night, guys.
Bye.